Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome. The Doctor is in, and I am back with another installment of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. We're going to be starting Turnabout Samurai today. Give me just a minute. Let me make sure that the sound alerts are working properly. Let's see.
Hello there. Hello there.
Okay, awesome. Okay. Well, those of you who are in the chat have probably been waiting long enough, so let us begin. Actually, while I'm thinking about it, I should probably hydrate just a bit before I start this up.
Ah, you have disgraced me for the last time, Seal Samurai. A pale moon. Something your blood, blah, blah, blah. The moon? No, it is you who should gaze upon the moon, or it will be the last moon you ever see. See you in hell, evil magistrate. Oh! Ah! Warriors' swords gleam and strike in the moonlight. One has fallen, but who? Only the moon knows. Don't miss next week's exciting episode. The Dark Messenger returns.
That rocked! See you in hell, evil magistrate. Stop waving that broom around. Oh, Nick, I didn't know you were here. Of course I'm here. What was that surreal show you were watching? What? Nick? You mean you don't know the Steel Samurai? Hold on, I feel like my volume settings are kind of messed up. Give me just a moment. Yeah, that would be it. I had forgotten to check and make sure that the adjustment for the sound was the same as before. He's only the most popular TV hero for young people. Young? Like, how young? 10 years old? Then what the heck are you doing getting all excited? Hey, I'm only 17. That's 17, see? I'm a teen, not like you, Nick. Hey, don't talk to me like I'm your grandpa or something. I'm only 24 myself. Then watch it with me. He's really cool, and it's really popular. When they asked grade school kids what they wanted to be, Steel Samurai was #1. I really worry about kids these days. Gramps. Well, the Steel Samurai's over. I guess it's time to close up the office. I guess. Wish we had some clients. A month has passed since my trial. Mia's murder was the talk of the town for some time. But no one paid any attention to the Wright & Co. law offices. How am I going to pay the rent this month? It'll be okay. I'm sure some big client is just around the corner. Hello? This is Phoenix. Nick! Maya, what? It's still early. It's the Steel Samurai! The Steel Samurai got arrested! Huh? You mean the guy on that show? Yes! You're saying that the Steel Samurai killed a villain! Isn't that what he's supposed to do? Yeah, on TV! Yeah, on TV. No, I mean, he actually did it in real life! He skewered a villain with his samurai spear! I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Just come to the office, quick, please, Nick. Maya's here, watching television.
Now for the morning news. The actor Will Powers was arrested yesterday. Powers plays the lead role in the popular kids show The Steel Samurai, Warrior of Neo...
I can use words.
The Steel Samurai, Warrior of Neo Old Tokyo. He was arrested on suspicion of murder. The victim was Jack Hammer, who plays the villain known as the Evil Magistrate. His body was found still inside the Evil Magistrate costume.
I think the volume on the game's a bit too loud still. Let me know if you think otherwise. Let's see. There we go.
The samurai spear was also found stuck through the body. Police believe this was the murder weapon and are investigating further.
This has to be a joke. No, no, no! Oh, thank you for the 300 bits, Keishu. Wow. How are you today? Well, I mean, I know you said you weren't feeling well earlier, but, Are you feeling any better since you last mentioned your status of being? No, 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 it's a nightmare. The Steel Samurai is over. The world is over. I meant it when I said I'd be throwing you bits, and you wish you were better. Okay, gotcha. Got a fever. Ugh, fevers are nasty. I hate them. Yes, Wright and Co. law offices. What? Nick! It's the Steel Samurai! But what? Yes, of course. We'll be right there. Let's go, Nick! Go? Go where? They have the Steel Samurai down in detention. So what? So I've decided this will be our first case. Well, what should we do? What should we do? How can you just sit there like that? We have to get down to the detention center and meet the Steel Samurai. Does she want to investigate this case or just do some sightseeing, I wonder? My money's on sightseeing. By the way, how's the game volume, Keishu? Is that okay?
Hello there.
Hello there, Chobin. Hey, give me just a moment, because it was saying that my sound alert source was... Well, no, it's not online, obviously. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to redeem that. Dumb question. Never mind. Okay, where was I? Let's see. So we need to move to the detention center. And I hear a honk. Love that goose. What's wrong, Maya? It's him, in the flesh. Is that guy really him? What do you mean, that guy? Of course it's him. Will Powers, our client. That's him. Maybe I shouldn't be saying this, but he definitely did it. Murder, at least once, maybe twice. Whoa, whoa, whoa! What are you saying? Yes?
Something wrong?
No, no! This is getting off to a great start.
I know. You're disappointed, aren't you?
Disappointed? Oh, no. Oh, no.
No, it's okay. This is the real me. When I got the part of the Steel Samurai with that mask, I decided I'd never show my face in public until the job was over. It's the kids, you know. I didn't want to wreck their dreams.
Oh. You just noticed that my channel points are called MSG. Ah, yes, MSG, King of Flavor. Oh.
I guess it didn't matter. So much for dreams. Wonder what they think of the Steel Samurai now. Ah!
Nick. What? He's a good guy. I mean, he's good. Yeah. He didn't do it. Well, there's a flip-flopper if I ever saw one. Okay. Let's see. We're going to talk, right? Maybe you could start by telling us what happened.
Yes, of course. It seems like it was only yesterday. Actually, it was only yesterday. The cast had come down to Global Studios for a run-through. We went through a few action sequences at 10 that morning. There was a rehearsal scheduled for 5 in the afternoon. When 5 came around and the staff gathered at the studio, the evil magistrate was found lying in a crumpled heap near the set. They took off his mask and discovered that it was Jack Hammer, dead. He'd been expertly skewered with a samurai spear.
The samurai spear?
Yes, it's a long spear that the Steel Samurai uses as a weapon.
Maybe you could explain to me just what the Steel Samurai is. Nick, how could you say such a thing? I'm sorry, sir. I apologize for my partner. He's new to this and a bit out of touch with the world. Hey, who's new to this?
No, it's alright, really. Steel Samurai is the lead character in a popular kids show. He walks the streets of Neo-Old Tokyo, fighting battle after battle against the evil magistrate and his minions. Of course, he never really defeats the evil magistrate. Although, I guess he did defeat him this time.
I see. Neo-Old Tokyo? Who comes up with these names? Now, where were you on the day of the murder?
Well, that morning I came to the studios at 9 o'clock. We worked through some action scenes until noon. Rehearsal was to begin at 5, but I was a little tired. So after lunch I took a nap in my dressing room. When I woke up, it was after 5. I was late for the rehearsal. I hurried to the studio and found everyone looking shocked. They arrested me on the spot and brought me here.
So he was sleeping the entire afternoon of the murder? Some action hero.
What will the kids think?
I think I should probably check out the scene of the murder.
Right. Global Studios. I'll draw you a map.
Wow, Nick, let's go! I'm willing to bet $10 she asks for autographs. Right. Smile for the camera. This guard monitors the visitor's room. He seems frozen in awe of Will Powers. To the studio. Apparently I have to double tap. Wow, so this is where they make the Steel Samurai show? Awesome! Aren't you excited? Hey, you there! You want in, you gotta go through me. Sorry. We're lawyers. Oh yeah? Well, that's great. I'm security. And it's my job to make sure that gawkers like you stay out. Gawkers? Gawkers, sightseers, tourists. I know the type. You heard about the incident and came to snoop around. Youths today. Something horrible happens and all you can think of is sightseeing. Wait, you're some time to a place like this. Don't you have jobs you should be doing? Or do lawyers not working like the rest of us? Maybe I should become a lawyer too. Like a life of ease to me, just working around. I was young to think it was right. Save me clothes. What do you used to come to get? My own son hasn't called in. Nick? Will I grow up to be like her? Please say no. I don't know. It's possible. Hey! Listen where you're being spoken to. Youths today. So, what do you do here at the studios? At Global Studios, we make children's dreams come true. In fact, in my younger days... No, you were a star? Only a little twinkle between the stars here, I'm afraid, dearie. But wow. This place has really gone downhill, you know? But 10 years ago now, that was a studio of dreams. Hammer was a big star back then, too, he was.
Hammer?
The victim, dummy. The evil magistrate. He's been reduced to playing villains now. Not exactly the best material to work with.
Can you tell me about Mr. Will Powers?
Hey, he's not a bad kid, but don't be fooled by his mask. You wouldn't want him on the silver screen without it, believe me. Little old ladies watching would lose their lunch. That's probably why he thought that the Steel Samurai was his big chance. No one thought he was capable of doing what he did to poor Jack Hammer.
We don't know for certain that Will Powers is guilty.
Powers? Of course he's guilty. How do I know? I know everything. That's my job.
What kind of person was Jack Hammer?
What kind of person? Oh, if only you knew. Jack Hammer will live on in many hearts as the ultimate action hero. He was simply dashing in the Dynamite Samurai series.
Should I have heard of that?
But there was an accident during filming 5 years ago. He got an unlucky break after that, reduced to playing the villain on a children's program. What's more, I heard they were paying him peanuts. It's enough to make you cry.
Why are you so certain Mr. Powers is the killer?
I was standing right here yesterday, I was. I was here from 1 in the afternoon to 5 when they found the body. Now, the studio where the murder took place is to the left here. So if you want to go to the studio, you have to pass by me.
Wait.
Only one person went by here between 1 and 2:30 when the murder took place.
And that person was Mr. Powers?
Yes, I saw him.
But Mr. Powers says he was sleeping in his dressing room.
Oh, I'm sure he would say that. He's no fool. But he was the only one that walked by. He's the killer. You can bet your biscuits on it. Isn't it about time for you to be heading home? There's nothing to see here. Move along.
Actually, we're here at Mr. Powers' request.
I thought you were suspicious looking. Show me a letter of request, and maybe I'll just let you in.
This lady here thinks she owns the place, obviously. Well, to the detention center, then. Hello, how was the studio? They all think I didn't, don't they?
No, not at all. Isn't that right, Nick?
Right, not at all. At worst, you're a suspect. Let's see. Mr. Powers, you aren't hiding anything from me, are you? What? No, I'd never do that.
Nick is his nickname.
She called him Phoenix before he got her off the hook for the last trial. Earlier, you said that you were sleeping in your dressing room after lunch. Yes, like a baby. But the security lady says she saw you that day. She says she saw you heading towards the scene of the crime. But what? That's not possible. I really don't know what to say. I was sleeping, I promise. Mr. Powers, if you want me to help you, you have to tell me the truth. I'm new to this lawyer business and I need every advantage I can get. I know, I'm sorry. But I swear to you, on my mama's grave, I was sleeping. Maybe the security lady only thought she saw me? What did she see? He doesn't seem to be lying. About the security guard at the main gate to the studio. Oh, the security lady?
She's terrible. She called me suspicious looking.
Yes, actually, she said the same thing to me before. Take off that mask were her words, I believe. She sucks up to all the bigwigs at the studio. But let her see you stumble once and she'll never let up on you.
She's got some nerve. Do you think you could write up a letter formally requesting my representation?
Of course.
I just hope this will get me past that security lady. Alright, and to the studio again. Alright, shove this in your pipe and smoke it. Ma'am, have a look at this. It's a letter of request from Mr. Powers. Hmm? Yes, I recognize the bold, childish scrawl. Powers' request given to the security lady. Think he would entrust his faith to use of such unreliable appearance. Really? Really? Anyway, you may pass. But only left from here towards the studios. No going to the right, that's the employee area. No one allowed inside, pal, were my instructions. The good detective told me himself. Hey, Nick! Huh? There were maps in the security guard station. Hey, not bad. Those are 50 cents apiece, thank you! Well, time to go, Nick! 50 cents! Outside Studio 1.
Hey! Aren't you that murderer from the other day?
Ah! It's that confused detective!
Hey, pal, you know Prosecutor Edgeworth is all upset and it's your fault? I saw him sipping tea and staring gloomily out the window.
So? Hey! If he's depressed, it's all your fault for doing sloppy detective work. Detective? I think you hurt his feelings. Oh no, I'm sorry. Well, I think his feelings are easily hurt.
You're right, pal, it's all my fault. I can blame other people all I want, but I know the truth in my heart.
Hey, don't take it so hard. There's always the next case.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Hey, what exactly are you two doing here?
Well, we're in on this case too, pal.
Hey, you can't just go around saying pal like that. That's my endearing character trait.
I'd say he's a character, all right. So, how's your investigation going, Detective?
Well, it's... hey, I can't tell you that, pal.
Nick, maybe you need to be a little more indirect with your questions. Right, so, Detective, mind if I take a look at what you got?
What I got?
The autopsy report, the latest version, if you please.
Right. Sorry about what happened last time, pal.
Let's see, Jack's autopsy report, time of death, October 15th at 2:30 p.m. Cause pierced through the chest by a spear. Give me just a moment here. I'm getting a bunch of pings and I'm trying to find out who's pinging me. Okay, not important. Why was Mr. Powers arrested?
Simple, pal. The murder took place right over there in Studio 1. Now, the victim entered Studio 1 at approximately 1 p.m. At that time, there was no one other than the victim in the studio. According to the autopsy report, the time of death was 2:30 p.m. Only one person went to the studio between 1 and 2:30. And that person was none other than the Will Powers. No one else, pal. If you think I'm lying, ask the security lady at the main gate.
Nick, if that's true, anyone would think that Powers did it with that kind of evidence. Thanks for cheering me up. About the security lady.
Oh, that sweet old lady? What a charmer.
Are we talking about the same person?
When I showed her my badge, she gave me a donut and some coffee.
Remember what Powers said. She's a sucker for authority.
She even gave me a piece of valuable evidence.
What? What kind of evidence?
Well, that, photo. The photo of the Steel Samurai heading toward the scene of the crime.
What? Who took that?
See the camera up on the gate, pal?
The gate? You mean the one with the welcome sign?
Yeah, whenever someone walks by, the camera automatically snaps a photo of them.
Oh no! Nick, he has evidence. We're finished. Funny, for someone with hard proof, he doesn't look too happy.
What's wrong, pal? You seem down.
Don't look so happy when you say that. We'd like to ask the employees here some questions.
Sure thing, pal. Go wherever you like. Of course, you're not going to find any clues I haven't already found. Ha!
I'm glad someone around here seems to be enjoying themselves. Nick, let's go. We've got a free pass to the place. Now's our chance to check things out. Well, let's start here because this looks suspicious. Whoa! Thank you so much for the gift subs, Kishu. Appreciate it. That is awesome. Thank you. The studio mascot. I guess it's a monkey of some kind. What kind of monkey has a nose like that? He's holding a sign in his hand. Right to Studio 1, left to Studio 2. What's up with that thing? It looks kind of busted.
Oh, the wind was pretty strong yesterday and the head broke off. Took that tree down with it, too.
Detective Gumshoe, what's down the path to the left? Looks like a tree fell down over the path.
Oh yeah, that way's kind of dangerous. You should stay out, pal. There's nothing down there anyway. That's where Studio 2 used to be, they tell me. They don't use it now, though.
I'm a little bushed. Maybe I'll take a short rest here.
Hey, a good idea, pal.
Detective, aren't you on the case?
Well, yeah, but... Hey, us detectives get tired of standing around too, pal.
Hey, there's a camera here.
That's a security camera. It takes photos of people going to the studio. All you have to do is look at the data and you can see who went where.
There's a number plate on the camera. ST1307. It must be the camera ID number. Let's see, what else is around? We've examined the bunkie. The entrance to Studio 1. This is the studio where they found Jack Hammer's body. Let's go in and check it out, Nick. Hey, it's locked! Looks like you need a card key to get in. It makes sense that they would want to keep the non-employees out. Okay. So let's move. Looks like we do need to go back and get a card key from the security lady. Nick, look! That security lady's in the guard station stuffing her face with donuts. I guess all cops like their donuts. Yeah, and they're soft enough she doesn't need teeth to chew them. Hey, you! Well, are you satisfied Powers is guilty yet? Ugh. She had to make my life harder by giving that photo to Detective Gumshoe. Well, thank you so much for helping me pass my current goal, Kishu. Just now got caught up with chat. Alright, so she likes authority. Let us go ahead and present my badge. What's that? You giving that to me? Absolutely not. Okay. Hydrate. Why didn't you tell us about the security photo, ma'am? Oh, that? I just thought it would be more thrilling to talk with the detective himself. These things are important, you know. Oh, just to the left of here is the gate with the camera that took that photo. It's my job to check the photos every day, you see. This guard station is in a central position. No matter where you go here, you pass by my station first. Now, poor Hammer, he went to the studio just before 1. The murder happened right around 2:30, see? The only one I've seen go through here was Powers himself between 1 and 2:30. The security camera got a good look at him, too. If he's not the one that did it, I don't know who is. Maybe it was you? Good one, Sonny. She thinks I was joking. Was the victim Mr. Hammer a popular actor? Oh, he was the biggest star in the studio. Was. Past tense? Well, I mean, I wouldn't overthink that, Nick. He is kind of dead, so yeah, was past tense is appropriate. Oh yes, he was great as the bearded samurai. That too, yes. He shone the brightest back in the day. Making a star like him play the evil magistrate. It's a disgrace, I tell you. Hammer took it pretty hard, and who can blame him? About the security camera. Oh yes, the camera. It's automatic. It can tell when someone walks through that gate, see? Then it snaps a photo. Apparently it records the time when it takes a picture, too. But I don't bother myself with those details. I just view all the photos on the computer over in the security guard station. I check them every day before going home, I do. Well... the computer that runs the security cameras for the studio. Hey, no touching! The security guard station. That security lady must like junk food. There's a mountain of it on the desk in there. I can see the computer that runs the security cameras. An overhead map of the studios. Right from here is the employee area. To the left are the actual film studios. Looks like a studio van. They probably use it to carry around film equipment. One second, I gotta adjust my seat here. Go back. There we are. The main entrance to the studio. There's a big scene here yesterday with onlookers pressing up against the gate. Okay, I think that's everything. Well, I can't... Maybe I'll try presenting the autopsy report. Oh. No. Okay. Oh, I can go to the employee area now? Nick! This is where they do all the behind-the-scenes stuff. Hey, look! There's Powers' dressing room! No one's here this soon after the murder, I guess. Let's take a look around. There's a sign by the dressing room door. Will Powers. Must be neat to be the star and have your own room like this. A window into the dressing room. The glass is frosted so I can't see inside. The door to the dressing room. It's not locked. Hey, Nick, let's take a look inside. Maybe we can find something as a souvenir. What do you mean, find? You never know. There might be something like the samurai spear. We don't need a spear. And that's a murder weapon for crying out loud. Let's see. Cola, candy, chips, gum. Huh. So normal. I was expecting some cool theme snacks or something. Popcorn, at least. But wait, look! Samurai soda! Nick, try this! Ladies first. That must be the storage room. That's where they keep all the film equipment. Wow, Nick, you know a lot about the industry. What else would they keep in a film studio? The remains of yesterday's lunch are scattered around. Everyone is probably too shocked to clean up. There's a T-bone on one of the plates, minus a steak. T-bone steak. That would have hit the spot. You just had a burger. Yeah, but I have a second stomach just for steaks. What? Looks like one of those electric-powered bicycles. I don't know about these. I mean, what's the point? It makes it a lot easier to go up hills. Don't people cycle to get exercise? There's a half-finished backdrop for a stage here. Looks like a castle. Probably Neo Tokyo Castle. Let's see. Remains of lunch. The grate that used to cover the drain. It's a little bent. I don't think it would fit if I tried to put it back on. The metal grate on the drain here has been taken off. It's a pretty big drain. A kid could fit through there, I bet. Yeah, if you snuck in that way, you wouldn't have to pay at the gate. Well, if you want to leave that way, be my guest. Right. Hey, I'm not a kid. Perhaps not physically. Let's see here. I think that's everything to examine. Let's look in the dressing room. Hold up here. Okay. Powers' dressing room. So this is where he was sleeping. Or at least, this is where he claims he was sleeping. No one actually saw him taking a nap here, did they? Right, and there's a picture of him near the crime scene. I hope he's telling the truth for his sake. There's a vast array of cosmetics here. Ooh! This is the wig he used in Samurai Boogie Woogie! Nick, try this on! No. And how can you tell the name of a show just by looking at a wig? I, kinda like samurai movies. Kinda? They always have mirrors like this in dressing rooms. I see my hair is still nice and spiky, just how I like it. There's a bunch of snacks on the table. They must gift these to the employees. Some tea and cookies. Nick, I'm hungry. You just had a burger. Yeah, but I have a separate stomach for sweets. How many stomachs does this girl have? There's some regular suits in among the costumes here. Those must be his own clothes. It'd be fun to wear one of the costumes. I'd say we're already wearing one myself. It's locked. Looks like he doesn't open his window much. I guess it is kind of dusty outside. Looks like someone was sleeping here. Maybe Powers did take a nap here yesterday. This must be Powers' bag. Hey, don't open that. Look! An employee card key. That must be Powers. It says Studio One. Let's take it, Nick. Borrow it. You mean borrow. I wonder what else is inside Powers' bag. Stop that! My partner, the thief in training. Okay, back to... Let's see. Outside Studio One. There we go. Let's see if it'll... Nope. I've got to actually examine the studio gate. The entrance to Studio One. This is the studio where they found Jack Hammer's body. Let's go in and check it out, Nick. I wonder if this card key we borrowed from the dressing room will work. It opened! Alright, we're in! She's way too happy for someone visiting a crime scene. What is it? You're real quiet all of a sudden. Doesn't it give you the shivers, Nick? That white tape, it's so real. Well, the evil magistrate did die here, and the Steel Samurai killed him. The murder weapon was a samurai spear. Sounds pretty real to me. Ah, the best conversation. Look, a ladder! That's a step ladder. So, what's the difference? You need to stop judging things based on narrow-minded cultural assumptions, Nick. Right. Sorry. This girl is out there. And thus became the start of a running gag. Wow, look at that camera. That must cost a ton. Yeah, so don't touch it. Whoa, it's heavier than I thought. Hey, you, no touching that! I'm sorry, my partner's kinda, you know. You know? No, I don't know. Who are you? Who, me? I'm an assistant here. I help with props and stuff, moving them around, ordering new ones, etc. We're lawyers representing Mr. Will Powers. Oh, you're WP's people. WP? Oh, Will Powers. WP, I get it. I don't envy you guys one bit. But do what you can for WP, okay? He'd never hurt a fly. He has to be innocent. Don't worry. Leave it to us. Could you tell me anything about the day of the murder? Yes, I was in the studio the whole day. I was the only assistant on staff that day, you see. Only one assistant? Yes, well, the studios isn't doing so well right now. And yesterday was only a rehearsal for our action sequences. Oh, I see. In the morning, we went through the action sequences in the employee area. WP and Hammer were there, along with everyone else. I get the feeling Will Powers, or even just Powers, would be easier to say than WP. But, you know, what do I know? Yes, that's the place. After eating lunch there, Mr. Hammer went to Studio 1. Then I saw WP go into his dressing room. But I didn't see either of them after that. Did you know that Mr. Powers was sleeping in his room? No, I wouldn't go in there unless I had some urgent message for him. I mean, it's his private... What kind of girl do you think I am? What kind? No, I'm sure you're a fine girl. Sorry. So much for getting a confirmation of Powers' alibi. What do we do, Nick? We haven't found anything. If WP was the only one who came to the studio, then he has to be the killer. They even have a photograph. Sorry, I know you're busy. Not really. Actually, there's been something bothering me. Aha! That's what I'm talking about. A clue! A lead! Well, I don't know about that, but that day, just after noon, I sensed someone was here. You sensed? Yes, several times. Some other studio employees, maybe? No, I don't think so. The only thing we had scheduled was an action scene run-through. I was the only assistant here that day. I have a feeling it was someone from outside. Really? But wait, if someone had come in here, wouldn't that security lady have noticed them? Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry I don't have any better information than that. No, thanks. That helps us a lot. Anything helps. Let's go put that security lady on the spot. It was a security lady? It did seem like a pretty viable option. So you sense that someone other than the regular film crew was in the studio? Yes, I think. I think it doesn't cut it at a witness testimony. Nick, what about that security lady? If someone else came into the studio, she must have seen them. Okay, let's finish examining the crime scene here. They outlined where Jack Hammer's body lay with tape. His body was found still inside the evil magistrate costume. I guess that's why the head part looks like a helmet. Funny, I expected a spear stabbing would leave at least a few bloodstains. I guess the costume must have absorbed most of it. Hey, look! That's the chair the director sits in. I've always wanted to sit in one of these. Hey, Nick, take a look at that! One of those black and white boards they clap at the start of filming. And look, a megaphone! A real live megaphone! Ready, Nick? Action! This girl is more trouble than I thought. What's this? That's for reflecting light. They call it a reflecting screen or something like that. The assistant holds it during filming. Huh. What? Where's your enthusiasm for all things entertainment? Well, lighting is fine, but I don't want to be the director. Or maybe the Steel Samurai. I think she's being serious. Wow, look at that camera. That must cost a ton. Yeah, so don't touch it. Oh, it's heavier than I thought. Oh, that's a camera. That looks like a stage light, not a camera. Looks like a backdrop for a stage. This must be used in the Steel Samurai show. Of course, that's the mountain, Neo Fujiyama. Doesn't the Steel Samurai take place in old Tokyo? Can you even see Mount Fuji from there? Not old Tokyo, Nick. Neo old Tokyo. Oh, right. Okay, so... back to the main gate. What, you're still here? Really, you look as though you've seen a ghost. What? I saw that suspicious look on your face. I wanted to ask you again about yesterday. You came here at 1 p.m., correct? And the estimated time of Hammer's death was 2:30. Are you sure the Powers was the only one to go through here between those times? Sure as can be. But we have a witness who thinks there was someone from outside here that day. What? Are you absolutely sure you were here watching the whole time? Ma'am? Who was it? Who told you that? Who dares question me? Alright, you better tell me quick, you spiky-haired cretin. Someone's been complaining about the work I do, huh? We were just talking to the assistant in Studio One. Her! She's not even a full-time employee! All you youngins are like that nowadays, running your mouths like there was no tomorrow, saying this and that and the other thing. Well, when I was young, let me tell you, we knew a thing about you. We were respecting your elders. Back then, we didn't. It's a crying shame that you used today. Please... Ah! She left. Well, Nick, this is our chance to do what we can without her looking over our shoulders. I'll just take a quick peek at this PC here. The computer that runs the studio security cameras. Nick, maybe we can see that photo of Powers with this computer. Yeah, maybe. Should I try the computer? Do it. Okay, let's give it a try. You know how to work these things, Nick? Looks like I just have to enter a few numbers. Let's see. First, I need the date of the murder. Looks like the camera turned on at 1 p.m. that day. 1. That was when the security lady arrived at the guard station. Please enter the number of the security camera. I want to say it was ST1307. There, entered. Hey, it printed out the data for that day. Let's see what we got. What? How is this a picture of Will Powers? Well, he is the one who always wears that suit. I guess that's why the security lady thought it was him. I don't imagine that the detective was very happy with this photo as evidence. Something's printed on the back. Huh? October 15th, 2 p.m., photo number 2. What does that mean? Maybe there's more photo data from that day? Nope, that's the only one on the computer. Hey, Nick! Can't we use this photo as evidence for the trial? Yeah. We'll pet that security lady in her place with this. Right, we'll put her in her place. Hey, that's what I said. Anyway, let's show her this photo and see what she says. Wait, let's not. Why not? It's never a good idea to reveal your hand to the enemy too soon. Oh, the irony. Nick, you're craftier than I gave you credit for. Why, you could be the next evil magistrate. Hey, why do I have to be the villain? Relax, it was just a joke. So are we done for today? I think this photo is what we needed for the trial. Still, it'd be better if we had some idea who the real killer was. Maybe it really is that security lady.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please.
The prosecution will show the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer in Studio 1 of Globule Studios. It's impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during the trial will all point to this fact.
I see. Very well. I'd like to move on to some testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness.
Very well, I call a most familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand. Detective, if you would briefly describe this case to the court.
And thank you for the alert, Keishu. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. I'll explain with a guide map here. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studio, see? This here's the employee area. The actors did a run through their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studios. The security lady that works at the studios here was here at 1 p.m. that day. Past the security station, there's a gate, see? Past that are the studios. And here it is, Studio 1. This is the scene of the murder where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer, the defendant, Will Powers, and a young woman, the production assistant. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. Then after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Now jump ahead to later that day, 5 p.m. where the production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was canceled. The time of death was 2:30 p.m. The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. That's the case, in brief. Anyone like to hear that again?
Should I listen to that whole thing again? Skip it. I think I can probably remember that.
So the murder weapon was a spear. How medieval.
Your Honor, this case is quite simple if you ask one question. And that question is, what did the security lady at the guard station see?
Understood.
Let's call the security officer to the stand. Will the witness declare her name?
My, aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered.
Your name, please.
Oh, dearie, no need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma.
Your name, please!
Seems Edgeworth has a bit of trouble getting his witnesses to say their names. Wendy Oldbag, dearie. So just call me Grandma. It's practically my name. So even when I was young, I was an old bag. I still how the other children were kind of making fun of me. They called me an old bag. I cried see?
Objection! I object to the witness's talkativeness.
Objection sustained. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand.
I was just getting good to the good part, dearie.
Perhaps we can get to the testimony.
Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct?
Yes, I was.
And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you.
You know your stuff, dearie.
You may begin your testimony.
She sure is one hell of an old bag.
On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run-through since this morning. I had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 o'clock when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5. Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? Interesting to me because a certain man walked right by me at 2 p.m. It was Powers, that man right there, and he was heading towards the studio.
You saw the defendant then? Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor? Okay, we can just go ahead and skip right ahead to the obvious contradiction. The man was covered from head to toe. There's no way she can say for a fact it was Powers. Let me get this straight, old bag. Miss Old Bag. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you?
Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. What is this exactly?
None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of Neo Old Tokyo. Miss Old Bag, is this the Mr. Powers that you saw?
Of course. Didn't your mama teach you any sense, Sonny? Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right?
No, they can't! Well, I wonder. True, Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai. But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai.
I know that. I wasn't born yesterday.
No one in this court is accusing you of that, Mr. Witness.
He's having trouble calling her old bag, apparently.
However, you do not have proof that the person in this photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you?
Nosy old man. Of course I have proof.
What? Huh? Even Edgeworth is surprised? The prosecution would like to ask the witness. Please make known all the information in your possession ahead of time.
How was I to know everyone would be so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you. Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me this isn't any good as evidence, pal. He didn't even give it a second look.
Wow, Holt Windback has even left Edgeworth speechless. She's good.
Let's hear about your proof, then.
I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. That morning, during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now look at that picture. You can see he's dragging his legs, see? Clear as day. That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy?
So he had sprained his ankle? Very well. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
She's gotta be hiding something. I'll press her until she squeals. I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. Whippersnapper! Hey, I haven't said anything yet. I'll have you know I'm not pointing fingers at anyone behind their backs. Everything I've said is on the straight and narrow, the up and up. Youths today, always whining about each other, pointing fingers this way and that. It's enough to make an old lady cry.
Mr. Wright, please, for all our sakes, try not to upset the witness.
I think Edgeworth has met his match. That morning, during the run-through of the action scene...
Who was present at the run-through? Oh, wrong button.
Well, let's see. There was Powers, he's the Steel Samurai. Then poor old Hammer, the evil magistrate. And me.
And what exactly were you doing?
Observing, just observing.
What about the assistant?
Oh, she was off moving backdrops around and such.
So she didn't see the run-through then.
I saw Powers trip and fall.
Trip and fall?
Yes, and to think he's supposed to be the Steel Samurai. What a laugh. So Powers sprained his ankle. I helped make it better for him, of course.
You helped make it better?
I kissed it where it hurt.
Let's just skip over that part, shall we?
Where was the assistant then?
Oh, her? She was cleaning up backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Powers' ankle.
You may continue your testimony.
He broke one of the props. It was a big mess.
He broke a prop?
Sure did. His own samurai spear.
Samurai spear? The murder weapon?
Luckily, I was there with my duct tape to fix it.
This strikes me as a significant detail. I better write this down in the court record.
Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad.
I think we've heard enough. Haven't we, Your Honor?
Well, there is one thing that bothers me.
Which is?
Where's his Steel Samurai costume now?
Actually, well, we couldn't find it. We're looking, though. Anyway, that's not important. The witness did see the Steel Samurai, yes. And it's clear that the person in the Steel Samurai suit was Mr. Will Powers.
I suppose that's right.
Are you sure you're sure, Your Honor?
Hold it right there. We keep talking possibilities, but we have to agree that this photo shows the Steel Samurai. Nowhere in this photo can we see Mr. Will Powers.
The defense has a point. I also wonder if someone else not caught on camera could have killed Mr. Hammer. We have to consider that possibility also.
Then allow me to remove that doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please?
No need to ask twice. The time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m., true? The only person I saw to go to the studio before then was Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them.
So if no one else went to the studio, then it would have to be the Steel Samurai who did it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
The time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m., true?
How do you know that?
Didn't I just explain? I gave donuts to the young detective. And then, after some rubbish about it being a secret, pal, he told me everything.
I see Detective Gumshoe shares his fellow officer's fondness for donuts.
The only person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers.
Are you absolutely sure?
Oh, quite, Sonny. Nobody suspicious looking passed by at all. Nobody suspicious looking. Right. No one else went there. What about before you got to the guard station? You mean before 1 o'clock? Why, everyone was in the employee area before then. And I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Not to mention, if they had, I would have seen them.
Are you sure? The witness has answered the question. Anyone going into the studio had to pass by the witness.
That's right, Sonny. You let him have it, edgy boy. Edgy boy? Old Windbag sure has balls, or, well, you know what I mean. Old Windbags have a way of skipping over important details after all. Or for that matter, entirely forgetting them. How convenient. Something for you to look forward to, perhaps. Okay, so we've got something in the court record that contradicts one of her statements. So, time of Hammer's death was 2:30. He was pierced through the chest by a spear. The break in the shaft has been mended with duct tape. This photo was at 2 p.m. Let's see. I don't think the card key's important. Guide map. I don't think the guide map's important either. The only person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them. Wait a minute. Photo 2. Let's try presenting this here. Hold on. Look at this photograph one more time. This photo was taken by the camera at the gate for the studios, correct? Yes, sirree, Sonny. So whenever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture. And here I thought you didn't know your head from a hole in the ground. Right. Anyway, it's also true that the computer in the guard station records all security cam data. Ooh, you know, if you wanted to work at the studio, we might have an opening. That very computer printed out this photo. Note that on the back of the photo are printed the words October 15th, 2 p.m., photo number 2. Even I know that means it was taken 2 p.m. on October the 15th. Really, Sonny? Actually, I knew that too. The issue here is the bit at the end where it says photo number 2. Photo number 2? The computer only held data for one photo on that day. Don't you think that's odd? Shouldn't this photo be photo number 1 if it was really the only photo?
Order! Order! Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright.
Actually, that's what I want to ask the witness. This evidence shows that not 1, but 2 people went to the studio that day. Yet there's only data for 1 of the photos. Who could have erased the data for the other photo? Only someone with access, the security lady herself. Eh? You wash your mouth, whippersnapper. The only person I saw that day was Will Powers. But the camera on the gate fired twice. That means 2 people went by. Well, yes, that's what it would seem to mean.
Can the witness explain this to the court?
I don't understand these newfangled computer things. Edgy boy, help? Believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either. Some help you are. You're a whippersnapper, too. Whippersnapper?
Something the matter, Miss Oldbag?
Ah, that's right. I just remembered something.
Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate. Someone other than the Steel Samurai?
Well, yes, I suppose you could put it that way. Hold up here, 1 second. I'm gonna real quick. Well, actually, this won't take that long.
I see. Your testimony, please.
Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos recorded on the security computer and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see. Come to think of it now, I remember throwing out one photo that day.
Miss Oldbag, this is the first I've heard of this.
Well, of course, Sonny, I've only just remembered it.
Right. Anyway, Mr. Wright, please begin the cross-examination.
Well, I'd say this was a turn for the unexpected, but I kind of expected this.
Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do.
Another job?
That's right, I check all the people that pass by the main gate that day. I look closely at every one of the photos that security camera takes.
Do you back up all the security camera data?
Well, they keep telling me to, yes. But those computers are just so frustrating. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see.
How exactly do you determine what isn't suspicious looking?
Oh, you can tell by looking at their faces, for the most part.
For the most part? This is a murder trial, Miss Oldbag!
Well, I didn't touch that suspicious-looking Will Powers photo, did I?
I think she's missing the point.
Come to think of it, now I remember throwing out one photo that day.
Well, who in the heck was in that photo you erased?
A fanboy.
A fanboy?
Steel Samurai fanboys, real freaks if you ask me. They get information about the rehearsals from gosh knows where. They're always hanging about. One was there that day.
Wait a second. Didn't you just say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Those were your words.
Well, if you must know, there's a drain that goes into the employee area. The grate has been loose for a while. It leads outside, and well, that's where they come in.
They come in through the drain.
I told you they were freaks. Oh, and?
And?
They're kids, children, whippersnappers.
Kids? So, on the photo that you erased?
It was a boy, probably 2nd or 3rd grade. What?
Order! Order! Let me get this straight. You saw 2 people pass by the gate on their way to the studios that day. One was a Steel Samurai dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked to be in about 2nd or 3rd grade.
Oh yes, well we see his type there every day. Can't stop him, can't catch him.
A boy in 2nd or 3rd grade. I assume it would be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield the samurai spear.
Impossible, I think. It's quite heavy.
Right, as I said, I didn't pay him much mind. That's why I erased the data.
Nick, what's going on? I mean, the boy was there, that makes him a suspect. Yeah, and they were already trying to unsuspect him.
This court will take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and prosecution to consider this new information. And no forgetting vital information this time.
Mr. Powers?
Yes?
Tell me straight, were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio?
I didn't go to the studio. I was sleeping, honest.
So who was the Steel Samurai in the security photo?
How should I know? The steel samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really.
What? You should take better care of that stuff.
I couldn't imagine anyone who'd want to steal a steel samurai costume. So, where does this leave me?
It doesn't look good. You're the only likely suspect right now. Nick? But what are we gonna do? First, we play for more time. We'll start targeting someone else that could conceivably have done this. Right. And it'll take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day. Right, but if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot.
You don't sound very optimistic.
I'm not optimistic at all, actually. Hey, Nick, it's time. Okay, let's go.
What does it mean? Please don't sigh like that.
Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Mr. Edgeworth, will you present this prosecution's thoughts on this matter?
The prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studios was a boy of roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence, but there's still no one else that could have committed the crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Will Powers.
Very well. Mr. Wright, your thoughts?
The defense disagrees with the prosecution's claim. There is another person who could have committed this crime.
Order! Interesting. Let us hear who you have in mind. However, be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized.
Right, great. As if the stakes weren't high enough.
So who is this person other than Mr. Powers who could have committed murder?
I have the assistant girl, the grade school boy, or the security lady. Out of curiosity, how old is the assistant girl anyway? 18. Okay. And then the random boy is probably like, what, 10, 12? So, yeah, if anybody's gonna wield that samurai spear, I think the security lady's the only one tall enough, really. It was the security lady, Wendy Oldbag. Who? The steel samurai is dragging his leg in this picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about that morning's injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through. There was only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about the injury. The security lady, Oldbag. But what? Whippersnapper?
Order! Order! Is this true, Oldbag?
Oldbag? That's Miss Oldbag to you. Miss Oldbag was standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself, in other words. She has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the steel samurai costume, then slipped into Studio 1, the scene of the murder.
Why would she go through the trouble of wearing the steel samurai costume?
Simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take her picture. If she was in his costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers.
I see. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright.
Oh yeah, right here. Sherlock Holmes 2, baby. That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't he usually jump up with an ejection and some new damning evidence?
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter?
The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time.
What? What's that supposed to mean? Oh, so you all think I did it, is that it? Edgy boy, don't just sit there, do something!
What's my move? Maybe now's my chance to take this the whole way. Now let's press further. The very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Miss Oldbag's actions on that day.
But why would I do something so horrible to poor Hammer?
You forget that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive, too.
Indeed.
That did it. Now Windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope.
Wait just a minute. What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy, the one whose photo I erased.
He's only a grade schooler, though, as you said. 2nd or 3rd grade, was it?
That doesn't matter. When I was that age, I could pin my old man in 10-second stops.
Your thoughts, Mr. Wright?
That boy's not the killer.
What? How can you be so sure? Oh, or is it be nice to kids and me to your Elder's Day, whippersnapper?
I have proof.
Proof?
Indeed. Let's see this proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof that shows the boy could not have committed this murder?
You'd have a hard time getting the card key. The scene of the murder, as we all know, is Studio 1. However, you need a card key to enter Studio 1. How could a boy with no formal relation to the studios have a card key?
I see. Well, would the witness care to comment on this?
The Windbag. Speechless. This has got to be a first.
Very well. This court will suspend...
Oh, thank you, Mickey, for the lurk. I appreciate it.
This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about your witness, Miss Wendy... What was her name?
Something old bag, Your Honor.
The prosecution will look further into this old bag before we continue. That is all. This court is adjourned.
But wait a second! I'm not going to just sit here while you run off barking up the wrong tree, me. I'm talking about...
Oh, great. Stop the presses. The Windbag wants to talk.
Miss Oldbag, what all is this about? Have you omitted something from your testimony?
Actually, if you must know, there is something I was told not to talk about. Not to talk about?
By whom?
Huh? You mean it wasn't Edgeworth who told her not to talk?
Well, testify.
Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people at the studio on the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with it, see? So they told me to just pretend they hadn't been at the studios that day. But if you're going to go accusing me, I'm not letting them get away scot-free.
Miss Oldbag, this is crucial information. Why did you keep this from the court until now?
Ah, your Woominators played this case for you, huh?
Ain't you been listening? They told me to shut my trap, and I always do what I'm told.
No, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of the old bag.
Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something.
So you were told not to talk.
That's right, by the studio and TV bigwigs, no less.
Why didn't I hear about this?
Don't be too hard on yourself, Sonny. We were all in on it. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder.
Who were these people?
Well, the director and the producer, for starters.
The director? We should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through of their action scene without a director? Of course.
Yes, well, I was surprised no one asked about it.
So where were these people?
The director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime, and they had a meeting after that.
Where?
Oh, in the Studio 2 trailer.
Studio 2? There's a Studio 2?
Well, if you look at the guide map, here it is. You go through the gate and all the way to the left.
The path where the monkey's head was fallen over.
Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue the cross-examination?
I think I've already asked all my questions, but... Continue the cross-examination.
They said they had nothing to do with it, see?
Miss Oldbag, this is a trial for murder.
I know that, silly. Still, they were pretty convincing about having nothing to do with it. And they gave me a little bonus on the side.
So you got your bonus and you still talked. I think I've asked all the questions I have to ask. I'll continue the cross-examination. I guess there's no harm in getting as much info as I can. Wait.
So they just told me to pretend they hadn't been at the studios that day.
So they were actually in the studio?
Yes, the whole day. When they heard about the murder, they beat it before the cops came.
I'll kill this woman, I swear it. I feel sorry for Edgeworth. Almost. She really left him hanging on this one.
But if you're going to go accusing me, then I'm not letting them get away scot-free.
Them? Who were these people?
Well, the director and the producer, for starters.
The director? We should have known. Oh, wait, I already read all this. Okay, yada yada. Yeah, we're good. Your Honor, we have learned there were others at Global Studios on the day in question. The director and the producer and some bigwigs were all present. Yet, as we stand here, they've not been questioned. I hold that it's impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers. One second.
The court acknowledges the defendant's point. The defense's point. The prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Miss Oldbag, and more information about these other people we've just been told of.
I understand, Your Honor.
This ends the day's proceedings in the trial of Mr. Will Powers. That is all. This court is adjourned. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I was right to ask you to defend me.
Aw, really, it's nothing. Oh, or should I... We'll be going down to the studios to do some more investigating. We have to find out more about this director and producer. They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses for certain. So now's my chance to get material for the cross-examination. So, Nick, have we figured out just who it was in that steel samurai costume? Could it really have been old Windbag? What do you think, Mr. Powers?
I don't think it was her, really.
Neither do I, Nick. Yeah, I know. Look, I was just buying time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit to take the pressure off Mr. Powers. Poor old Windbag, I feel kind of sorry for her. Well, she wasn't winning any points in there, with or without my accusation. Okay, let's get down to the studios. Right, we'll be back to visit you soon. You forgot she called Phoenix Nick?
Thanks, guys.
Okay, save my progress real quick. And continue. Okay, so before we continue, I'm going to take a brief break to stretch for a bit, and I'll be right back. Okay, I have returned. Let us continue. Phew, what a day. This is no time for relaxing, Nick. Say, you think WP's got a chance? I guess that really depends on the people we found out about in today's trial. The director and producer. Yeah, them. Well, what are we doing here then? Let's get to the studios. To the studios. No one's here. Right, now that they have Miss Oldbag in custody. I guess they don't have anyone else to replace her. Hey, in the guard station. Look, she left her donuts. What? I wasn't going to eat them. Alright, let's head outside Studio 1. Hey, Nick. It looks like Detective Gumshoe isn't here today. You're right. He's probably up to his neck in paperwork after all the commotion at today's trial. So, Nick, remember that Studio 2 we heard about at the trial today? It was down that path with the fallen tree, right? Yeah, I think that's what they said. Maybe the director and the rest of them are there today? Now's our chance, Nick. Let's check it out. This is Studio 2? I thought so. It doesn't really look much like a studio, does it? No, that it does not. Hey, there's a trailer over there. Looks pretty sturdy for a movie set trailer. Are we sure this is a studio? On closer inspection, this trailer looks like it's been here for a while. I don't think this is part of some temporary film set. These look like materials for making a movie set. They've been sitting here for quite some time. This might as well be a junkyard. There's some flowers here. Wow, so pretty. They're taking good care of these. Don't get too close. That fence looks dangerous. Wait. Proofreading. Don't get too close. Nick, let's go inside. You think it's okay? Oh well, it's locked. Ah, shucks. Looks like 2 people ate here. There's nothing left on the plates. Hey, so they ate T-bone steaks too. What is it with steaks around here? Hey, there's always room for steak. But something does seem out of place. What? I don't know. It just feels odd. Well, if they're eating T-bones, something's kind of missing from the plates, I think. A light van for moving the staff and equipment around. They've kept it in pretty good shape. Looks like it'd run fine. Well, let's go for a drive. Sure, if I had a license. Nick, you don't have a driver's license? But look, I have this. Why are you showing me your attorney's badge, Nick? An incinerator. Apparently, they just put this one in. It's already covered in soot. They must not clean it much. You know, these chirping birds kind of remind me of Cadillac's Island in Mega Man Legends 2 for some reason. Okay, let's try inside Studio 1. I don't really want to be in here. Yeah, it is a murder scene. I'm gonna go someplace else. Nick? Not before we settle this argument. Look, a ladder! That's a step ladder. So, what's the difference? You need to stop judging things based on narrow-minded cultural assumptions, Nick. Right, sorry. This girl is out there. I was hoping that they'd change the dialogue up just a little bit since it's a new day, but alas. Okay, let's see. To the studio. We'll try the employee area. Look, it's that assistant girl. Hey! Hi, WP's lawyers, right? I heard about the trial. Great job, guys. Oh? Oh, don't mention it. Is it true they caught the security lady? Oh. Actually, she just called me. She told me to cover up that drain. You mean that one? Wow, what a mess. I know. I'm not so good with handiwork. Some assistant, right? Yeah, but you do work on the props and the backdrops, right? Right. Just lots of times they end up looking worse than they did before I fixed them. Oh? Oh! Well, I'm sure these things happen. Nothing to worry yourself about. You're right, I won't. Personally, I think she should worry at least a little bit more. If you'll excuse me, I have to go to the guard station. I'm supposed to fill in for Miss Oldbag. Right, see you later then. Good luck with your investigation. Well... So the fanboy they were talking about in the trial today, he came in through that drain? So it seems. I guess they covered it up in a hurry. Hey, Nick! If that drain's covered, the boy won't be able to get in. Yeah, I think that was the idea. I feel kind of sorry for him, though, don't you? What, you want to rip the grate off? Really, Nick? We can? Oh, she's serious? Oh. Do it. Well, I guess some things are just made to be broken. Yay! You know, Nick, you're pretty swell sometimes. Sometimes? Hiya! There, that should make the kids happy. The things we do. The drain grate is off. And I know who did it. Now the kids will be able to come in again. Doesn't it make you feel great to do a good deed like that? Must be nice to live so free of guilt. The door to the dressing room. It's not locked. Hey, Nick, let's go in. Maybe there'll be something else to steal. Hey, we're not thieves. But we did take that card key. But we borrowed that. There's a difference. Oh, that's right. We could go in the dressing room. Maybe there's somebody in there. Yep. This is where the Steel Samurai costume was on the day of the murder. That's what Mr. Powers says, at least. I guess I snuck in and took it while he was sleeping. But Nick, what if Mr. Powers hadn't been sleeping? I wonder what the killer was planning on doing then. Huh. She's got a point. Mr. Powers' bag. I wonder what's inside. Hey! Supermarket tabloids? Wow, I'm kind of shocked. Maya, leave those alone. Wolfmen found on Mars? I'll have to buy that issue. I will admit, that is kind of amusing. There's some regular suits in among the costumes here. Those must be Mr. Powers' personal clothes. It's locked. Guess he doesn't open his window much. It's kind of dusty outside. Yeah, we heard all of that. Looks like someone was sleeping here. Maybe Powers did take a nap here like he said. Snacks on the table aren't new. Wait, Nick! What now? These snacks, they've passed the expiration date. Then don't eat them. They're snacks. They're meant to be eaten. You always have mirrors like this in dressing rooms. I see my hair is still nice and spiky, just how I like it. There's an array of cosmetics here. According to Maya, that wig was used in some old TV show. Samurai Boogie Woogie, Nick. Get with a picture. Look, explain to me how you can identify a show just by seeing a wig. I kinda like samurai movies. Kinda? Well... Oh, hello. Oh, you look a little out of place. It's the clothes, isn't it? I thought my camo vest might do the trick. Kind of an alternative guard fashion thing. So how are the studios doing? There's police wandering around everywhere. It's terrible. They won't even let me clean up. Don't want me disturbing evidence. I haven't even cleaned up our lunch plates from the day of the murder. You mean those plates with the steak bones left over on them in the employee area? Yeah, can you believe it? Do kids sneak in here a lot? Well, I don't think there's that many of them, but I do see one in particular a bunch. He's always gawking at the sets or snapping pictures. You should see old Windbag's eyes flash when she sees him. She has a bit of trouble catching him, though. I heard something at the trial today. They said that the director and producer were here the day of the murder. Oh, sorry. I was in the prop storage room, so I didn't see them. I guess they were here, though. The studio head seemed pretty eager to keep us quiet. So they were trying to protect the director? More the producer, really. The producer's a real star here. She saved these studios from the brink of disaster and kept them running. I don't think we'd still be in business if it weren't for that producer. The producer, huh? Well... Now that we've gotten the information from her, let's head back to Pathway here, because it's usually... Let's see. Right, move. Let's try Outside Studio 2 again. Gotta love those triggering flags. This place is deserted. Nick, what was that noise? It sounded like it came from inside the trailer. Someone must be inside. Hello? No answer. Pretty suspicious if you ask me, Nick. Let's go in. I'm not sure we should be barging in. Huh, it's locked. What? Don't we have a key? No, but there's probably one in the guard station at the main gate. Then what are we waiting for? Let's both borrow it. If they'll let us. Okay, let's... Security guard station. I can see the computer that runs the security cameras. Oh, please don't touch anything in there. The security lady would knock the stuffing out of me if she knew. I really want the key to that trailer. Maybe next time. An overhead map of the studios. Right from here is the employee area. To the left are the actual film studios. Okay. Move to the employee area. No, I don't want to. The grate that used to cover the drain. It's a little bent. I don't think it would fit if I tried to put it back on. There's a half-finished backdrop for a stage here. Looks like a castle. Probably Neo Old Tokyo Castle. Oh, you know what? Old Bag's in the detention center, so I can go talk to her. Duh. At least I should be able to, hypothetically speaking.
Oh, Mr. Wright. Thank you for earlier.
Not at all. We got lucky, to tell the truth. You can say that again. Let's not. So, WP, do you have any leads that might get us going in the right direction?
Sorry, but no.
Be sure to tell us anything that comes to mind, no matter how small. We can't rely on getting lucky again tomorrow.
Yes.
Do fanboys sneak into the studio often?
No, not that I know of. The security lady's pretty strict with them.
But in today's testimony, didn't she say they were often hanging around?
The kids really, really love the Steel Samurai. They sneak past when she's not looking, I guess.
Was the director present at the morning run-through?
Yes, he was. He was directing how the Steel Samurai and the evil magistrate should move.
Why didn't you tell us that before?
Well, just the studio asked us to keep quiet.
That has nothing to do with this. I hate to repeat myself, but Nick here's a newbie lawyer, fresh off the bar. When he loses, he's going to lose big.
I see.
Whose side is she on? You aren't hiding anything else from us, are you?
No, I sure hope not.
Regarding this photograph,
Yes?
this really, truly, absolutely isn't you, right?
Right. I was sleeping in my dressing room the whole time, honest.
But who else could have worn it? Your costume was in your dressing room?
Yes. I guess they snuck in and took it while I was asleep.
But who? Regarding the murder weapon,
Yes?
is it heavy, that spear?
It's pretty hefty, yeah. I don't think the average person would be able to swing it around effectively.
And that's a spear that broke or something during the morning run-through?
Oh, yes, I goofed around on a kick. I goofed on a round kick, you see. I broke the spear. The security lady fixed it for me right away, though.
With duct tape, we heard. Well... guess we'll head back to the studio, then. Let's see. Present... No, I don't want to look at the photo. I want to present the photo to her. Could you take a look at this? That's Mr. Powers. Why is he dragging his leg like that? What is this, anyway? Looks like she didn't know about this photo or the injury that morning. Never mind. Say, you work with the props, right? About that murder weapon. You mean the samurai spear? Yeah, it's a prop, but it's still pretty heavy. I hate having to carry that thing around. So you'd have to be pretty strong to use that as a weapon, it sounds like. Why is Mr. Powers the only person I can think of? Let's see... Wow, they gave a lawyer one of those card keys? Well, I'm sort of borrowing it. I see. You better be careful not to lose that. They're very strict about those card keys here. I guess they're pretty good about keeping these out of outsiders' hands. Thanks, I'll be careful. Okay. Try the employee area again. Try the dressing room again. What the f... WTF? Who are you dudes? LMAO. Huh? Wait, you first. Who are you? You look pretty suspicious to me. Whatever, lamers. How could you not know the great Salmonella? I make the late shows. The Steel Samurai, mine. RTSC, read the film credits. Really? You're the Salmonella? I'm so sorry. You look so... sorry. No, quite alright, really. It's fine, ROFL. What is it? You know, on closer inspection... yeah, hot. Hey, did you do a lot of cosplay? Because that costume rock soars. Rock soars? But what? Hey, you're drooling! Huh? LOL. Buffer overrun. You've triggered my creative powers! Yes, it's coming to me. Pink Princess! The sequel to the Steel Samurai, Pink Princess, Warrior of Little Old Tokyo. ROFL LMAO. Creeper alert, shiver indeed. Pink Princess? Why has it gotta be Little Old Tokyo? Why can't it have a cool name like Neo Old Tokyo? Maya, we really need to talk about cool. Did you notice anything unusual on the day of the murder? Oh, I know who you dudes are. That security lady told you about us, eh? That's right. It was a pretty regular day. We had a run-through for an action scene in the morning. And then a meeting from lunchtime in the Studio 2 trailer. I was so busy I didn't even get a chance to eat lunch. Frowny face. The T-bone steak, was it? Yeah, sucks, Source. I hate missing out on food. Nick, what does suck source mean? No idea. Anyway, I was a meeting from noon till after 4 with the producer and some bigwigs from this network. Mr. Hammer's death was estimated at 2:30 p.m. If he's telling the truth, that meeting gives him an alibi. About the producer who was at the meeting with you? Oh, do you mean Dee Vasquez? She's a genius. Mad skills all the way. Scary, though. She brought these studios back from the brink of destruction. She's the one who made it possible for me to make the Steel Samurai. You had a meeting with her on the day of the murder, right? Yeah, we were together from noon to 4 p.m. the whole time. Who exactly are these bigwigs people keep mentioning? Oh, the boss over at the network and some sponsors. Also a few production guys. They piled into a limousine and got here right around noon. Major tension. Were all of them with you the entire time? Yeah, unfortunately. They're all gray-haired geezers. Scowl. Sounds like they'd all be reliable witnesses. Right, I don't want to look at the picture, I want to present it. This is WP, right? How do you know? Well, look, he's obviously dragging his foot. Oh, right. The director would know about the injury. He was there. I try not to pay much attention to things that don't interest me. LOL. Why are you staring at me like that? Actually, no. Well, no, I have... Darn it, I can't use the sound alert quick action. I'd have to open a browser for that. Let me do that real quick, because that deserves it, honestly. Where are you? There we go. Where? Hi-ya! There we go. Okay. Okay, so let's move then back to the employee area. Okay. Back out. Move to studio.
Aha! You again! Eek! How rude, acting like you've seen a ghost.
You certainly got back to your post quickly.
Oh, the police took me away, they did. They pulled out a spare Steel Samurai costume. Told me to put it on. Can you imagine? How could I, a sweet little old lady, wear a giant suit like that?
Mr. Powers is pretty tall.
As soon as they saw there was no way I could wear it, they let me go.
I guess I would rule out her being the murderer.
Anyway, know this, whippersnapper. This old lady never forgets a slight or insult. And you won't get any information out of me. My lips are sealed.
You sure are talking a lot for someone with sealed lips.
Starting now. 1, 2, 3.
This lady's too much. About that kid you said you saw.
If I see him again, I'm taking him down.
Nick, look at her eyes. She's serious. About the director, the one who was here on the day of the murder.
If I see him again, I'm taking him down.
Nick, I think she's losing it. Security guard station. I can see the computer that runs the security cameras.
Hey, no touching.
Guess I better investigate there later. I have a feeling she's not going to respond well to anything I show her now. Okay. Actually, I'm just kind of curious what's going to happen if I try to present the card key. Ah, same thing. Okay, moving back to outside Studio 1, perhaps? Let's move to inside Studio 1. Nothing there. Go back outside Studio 1. Go back to the studio main gate. Let's go to the employee area again. Yeah, there we are. Hey! Hey, wait! I'll bet he came in right through that drain. Hey, Kiddio, what's your name, sport? I'm not a kid, so don't talk to me like that. Huh? But you are a kid. What a rude little brat. That's no way to talk to an adult.
I don't see no adults here, hippie fashion chick.
Hippie fashion? Nick, I think I'm being mocked. You gotta hand it to Maya. She's pretty sharp. I'm pretty mad.
I'm Cody Hackins. Call me Kiddio again and I'll cut you down where you stand, evildoer.
I don't think that voice is working. Give me a moment. I was trying to go for a Minetta voice, but I don't think I can pull it off. Let's see. So you're a fan of the Steel Samurai. How dare you utter that name, evildoer! What do you mean? We're on the Steel Samurai side. Ha ha ha! You can't fool me! Okay, then what's the last line said by the innkeeper in episode 8? Ha! Easy. Like some fries with that? Not bad, Kiddio. Watch it. What are they doing? Say, you heard anything about the incident the other day? You were here, weren't you? Did you see anything? He always, the Steel Samurai always wins, always! Yeah, I saw him, I saw everything. What? But no way am I telling you, losers! What, wait! Let me go! He's gone. Huh. Something fell off the table when he bumped into it on his way out. A bottle? Why was this sitting there, I wonder? Empty bottle, the label reads sleeping pills. Anyway, what was that kid saying? He saw everything. Okay, now we go to the main gate. Huh? Where's that old windbag? Odd of her to leave her post. Hey! Nick, that was her.
Stop, whippersnapper!
Yeah, sounds like she's chasing after that boy.
Natch!
Uh-oh, she tripped. Maya sure looks happy. Hey, Nick. Now's our chance. Let's check out the guard station. Good idea. Oh, this is it, Nick. The trailer key. The key to that trailer in Studio 2. We'll be borrowing this, right, Nick? Okay, let's see here. Back and move outside Studio 1. From outside Studio 1, we move to outside Studio 2. And here, we examine the door now that we have the key. I wonder if the key we borrowed from the guard station will work. It opened. Great, let's go, Nick. She seems eager all of a sudden. Well, you first, Nick. I'm not that eager. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Move. And into the trailer. The Singing Samurai? Samurai Summer? Dynamite Samurai. Huh. Someone's in here. Names. Our names? We're WP's lawyers, and, I see. And who might you? Dee Vasquez, the producer. Dee Vasquez. She's quite beautiful. I was wondering if you could tell me about the day of the murder. Miss Vasquez? Script. Excuse me? Script. I'm looking for a script. A script? The Steel Samurai, episode 13. I need it. Could we ask you a bit about the day of the murder? I need to read it. We're getting nowhere fast. We'd really like to ask you about the Steel Samurai. Miss Vasquez? It's on TV every week. That's all I have to say about that. Nick, she's telling us to go watch TV? The nerve of her. Hey, don't get mad at me. About the director, Salmonella, was it? What exactly is his role around here? Professional creeper? Perhaps I didn't make myself clear. I'm looking for a script. I can't be bothered with anything else. Nick? Are all people in the entertainment business this weird? It's starting to look like it. Nick, let's get out of here. Isn't there someplace else we have to check? Yeah. Wait. Yes? If you see Manila, give him this. But why do we have to do your errands? I don't think I like her. Don't cry. She'll take it as a sign of weakness. All right, we'll give it to him if you see him. The memo reads, bring me the script for episode 13. Okay. From there, we move to outside Studio 1. From outside Studio 1, we move to the studio main gate. From the studio main gate, we move to the employee area. And from the employee area, we move to the dressing room. I am so glad that in the modern Ace Attorney games, they allow you to move straight from point A to point B. Makes things so much easier. Here, I got this from the producer. Huh? Bring me the script for episode 13. Episode 13? Where did I put that one? I must have left it somewhere. Uh-oh, my ass is pwned if I don't find it. Ugh. Nick? It might be quicker to just look in all the places where he's likely to have been. I agree. Okay, well, we know one place where he's definitely been. And that's going to be outside of Studio 1. And from outside Studio 1, we go to inside Studio 1 because he was directing the thing. We're back at the scene of the crime. Let's find what we need and get out of here quick, Nick. Hey, look! That's the chair the director sits in. I've always wanted to sit in one of these. The director? Maya, take a look around that chair for me, would you? Remember that script the director was talking about? Didn't he say he'd left it somewhere? Aha! Found it, Nick, the script. Good work. Okay, let's move back outside Studio 1 so we can move outside Studio 2 so we can move inside the trailer. Here, we found it. Your script. Ah. You're not going to talk to us? Quiet. I'm reading. Just you hold on. What's the big idea? Who do you think you are anyway? And do you know do you even know who we are? Powers lawyers? Right. Am I a suspect? No, it's just, well, no, but... You wanted to know about the day of the murder? Yes. Anything you could tell us would be a big help. You know there was a meeting here at noon? Yes, with the director and the people from the network. Correct. Now listen closely. None of the people in this trailer that afternoon went to Studio 1. It was impossible for us to leave. Impossible? Why? The path was blocked. The path? On the day of the murderer, on the day of the murderer, not murderer, the path that leads here was blocked? You saw Mr. Monkey on the way here, correct? Mr. Monkey? The monkey with the broken head? Oh, right, that. What an original name. Its head fell over in the wind on the day of the murder. They didn't start moving the head out of the way until after 3 o'clock. It was after 4 by the time the path was unblocked. Capiche? Everyone in this trailer was stuck here until the path was cleared. Stuck in this trailer, stuck until after 4. Hammer died at 2:30. Thus, none of us could have gotten to Studio 1. But what? It's true. A crane came just after 3 o'clock to move the head. We called some people in to clear the way. I'm sure they'd corroborate my story. But wait! What if the head fell over after 2:30? Then you could have gone to Studio 1. 2:30, the time of death. Very well. Come. That's Mr. Monkey. When it wasn't broken, it announced the time in ooks. 1 ook per hour. Ook, 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 ook. Always with the ooking. It is a monkey after all. Check its head. The clock inside stopped when it broke. Nick, it stopped at 2:15. 2:15? That's right. This path was blocked from 2:15 till after 4 o'clock. Therefore, we're innocent. Mr. Hammer died in Studio 1 at 2:30. See? Goodbye. One second. Actually, I need to take a quick restroom break, so I will be right back yet again. And we're back. There isn't anyone else besides WP who could have killed Hammer. It's over. We're finished. We haven't got a prayer. Because he's the Oogie Boogie Man and we're not going nowhere. Took me a moment to remember the lyrics. It sure doesn't look good. Guess we should head back to the office and plan our strategy. To the office! Now what? We're fresh out of clues. Everyone's alibi is watertight. We don't even have any promising leads. Things are looking pretty grim. It's a little early for giving up, don't you think? Huh? You've got one lead. Mia, it's you! What took you so long? I'm sorry, Phoenix. Maya has trouble calling me unless she's really in trouble. Right. Oh, wait, I guess that means we're really in trouble. I'd say so. What do you mean we have one lead? The boy, of course. Yeah, I saw them. I saw everything. What? But no way am I telling you, losers! I don't know, he didn't sound like he was going to help us at all. I'm sure you can find some way of bringing him over to your side. Either way, we should go back to the studios. That boy is our last hope, Phoenix. Thanks, now I'm more worried than I was before. Okay, to the studio main gate. What's wrong? Whippersnapper! She's been chasing that boy this whole time? When I catch him, Sounds like she hasn't had any luck catching him. I got a hostage now, Whippersnapper! A hostage? Well, be that as it may, I am more concerned about something I have never checked in this entire time that I've played this game, and that is what Mia says about this stepladder. A perfectly normal stepladder. I've never actually used one. I don't like heights. I'm a firm believer that humankind was made to keep both feet on the ground. Oh, Mia doesn't say anything about the stepladder, darn it. That was worth a shot. Okay, back to the main gate, and we'll find out what old bag means. What happened to the boy? If I see him again, I'll lay him flat. My, what a violent old lady. Actually, I met with the director just now. My heart. I don't feel so good. Is she okay? Before I go, I'd like to visit the place where poor Hammer died. Right, she was saying she wanted to visit the studio where he died. What's this about a hostage? When that boy was running away. Oh, excuse me. He dropped this and ran. He'll come back. For this one. It's kind of hard to understand her with all that huffing and puffing. Phoenix, that hostage might be what we need. Cody might talk to us if we gave him that. Good idea. Miss Oldbag, might I? No! I'm catching that brat, if it's the last thing I do. Phoenix, do you have anything you might trade with her? A trade? I wonder... Maybe the card key?
Hey, that's a card. Studio One?
Right, a card key to Studio 1.
I could visit poor Hammer. I'd like to visit. He died. I was his fan.
You don't have your own card, Miss Oldbag?
Studio One isn't my turf. You'll let me borrow it then?
If I give her the card key, then I won't be able to get into Studio 1. Why don't you let her borrow it, Phoenix? I guess it can't hurt. Here you go, Miss Oldbag. Card key lent to Miss Oldbag.
Listen to me, Sonny. I don't like having debts to no whippersnappers. You take this and we're even. Deal?
What's this? Steel Samurai trading card?
That sneaky kid dropped it. I figure it's pretty important to him, though.
Thank you. I may have a use for this. This must be the hostage she was referring to.
Right, I'm off.
There she goes, hobbling off toward the studio. To the employee area. Hey! Hey, you, wait a sec! Phoenix, was that the boy? Yeah, his name's Cody Hackins. I think he ran into the dressing room. He's sure to be in here somewhere. Found you! Damn it! He's getting away! Come back! There, he's back. How did she... Hey there, would you mind helping us out? Please? I'm Cody. Hello, Cody. I'm Mia. Mia Fey. Nice to meet you. Yo! And I'm Phoenix Wright. Who asked? Phoenix, you can take it from here. I'm not so sure I'm qualified. I get the feeling that there are two very large reasons why he won't talk to me. Let's see if he wants these samurai cards back. Cody, this look familiar? Hey, my UR! You are... huh? You are! You know, ultra rare? That card's really hard to get! Man, for a grown-up, you sure are dumb. I'll give you this if you help me. But that's my card! By offering something I already own, you're, in effect, eschewing the very basis of our consuming society, namely the principle of fair trade. Man, for a grown-up, you sure are dumb. What do they teach these kids in school these days? Quantum physics? Whatever, I don't need that card. Huh? I got a double. Just keep it. It's yours. What? After I went through all that trouble? If you want to trade, find me a really rare card. Really rare? You mean there's something rarer than ultra rare? Ultra rare premium cards are way rarer than plain ultra rare cards. Come on! Man, for a grown-up, you sure are dumb. Premium rare. Why do I feel like we're talking about steaks? Okay. Back to the studio. Outside the studio. Outside Studio 2. Trailer. Oh, hi. Hello, what brings you here? Oh, well, I had to arrange some stuff. Yes? The, girl with you, doesn't she seem a little different? Like, is she even the same person as before? Nope, she's the same as always. Same as always. Okay, whatever you say. Let's see. Have you seen that boy since then? Nope. You missed it, though. The security lady was chasing around after the boy so fast I thought she'd collapse. Of course, he got away in the end. Boy, was she mad. Actually, we saw them. How's the old windbag doing? She was squeezing donuts through her clenched fists back at the guard station. Some people take their jobs a little too seriously. Are all the posters on the wall here of Hammer? Yes, it's really a terrible loss for the studios. But his popularity had been waning recently, right? That's true. Then again, after what happened... After what happened? You mean you don't know about Hammer? No, what? I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said anything.
Shouldn't have said that. Shouldn't have said that.
Wait, now you have to tell me. What happened with Hammer? I'm sorry. I'm probably not the one who should tell you. Why do I get the feeling something's being covered up here? Okay, outside Studio 1. Studio main gate. Maybe Mr. Powers would know? I guess Mr. Powers isn't questioning. Oh well. Let's try again another day, Phoenix. Okay, so back to the studio. Okay, well... Oh, now I guess I better go back to the studio... Back to outside Studio 1. Back to outside Studio 2. Into the trailer. Okay. Well, there's a trash can. Trash cans are interesting. Nothing here that could be a clue. Just some paper cups and crumpled documents. Looks like they were designing a set to use for the Steel Samurai show. They've got some figures for how much the set costs. Can't believe they spend that much money on those sets. Another old movie poster, The Singing Samurai, starring Jack Hammer. What the hell do samurais sing about? Chopping off heads? It's a samurai musical set in ancient Japan. A samurai musical? Is that even a genre? Well, I'm impressed. You know your stuff, Mia. Oh, Maya's the real fan. I just picked a little up. Samurai Summer, starring Jack Hammer. This poster looks like it's been hanging here for years. This is one of Maya's favorite movies. Maybe we should replace the poster in the office with this one. Oh, that was Phoenix. Maybe we should replace the poster in the office with this one? That would be kind of sad. An old movie poster. Dynamite Samurai, starring Jack Hammer. I guess Mr. Hammer used to be quite the star. Okay, well, as I recall, she was the one who had information regarding these. Do you know anything about this? Hey, that's a Steel Samurai trading card. I collect those, actually. I'm one card away from a complete set. A complete set? Yeah, a set of one of each card. Huh. Wait. Wait! That's it! That's the card I need! You don't know how long I've been looking for it! I don't care what kind of girl you might think I am. I need that card. Please, I beg you, please trade with me. Trade with you? Yes, trade cards. Look, I'll even trade you an ultra rare premium card. Trade me a... Huh? Yes, it's a good deal for your ultra rare. Please? Phoenix, can't you see she's desperate? What is everyone getting so excited about? Okay. Really? Thanks. Then this is for you. Herp card. Yahoo! And there she goes. Doesn't doing good things like that make you feel great? Yeah, it does. This is one of those guide dang it moments brought to you by Capcom. because outside of the fact that you have those cards and the fact that she exists, you really don't know that you need to present them to her. You mean, you can make a educated guess, I suppose, but it's not really that... It's not clear, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. This, on the other hand, is... See this card? Yeah, so wait, that's it! That's the last ultra rare premium card I need! Come on, give it to me, please! You've got to give it to me! Wow, I've never seen him so eager. Right, okay. How about a trade? You're on! I'll give you a samurai spear and throw in an evil magistrate to boot. No, not that kind of trade. I don't want cards. I want information. Huh? You sure? Fine by me. Herp card given to Cody. Okay, Phoenix, let's hear what he has to say. If he knows something that could help us, we can have him take the stand tomorrow. So, you like the Steel Samurai? He's so cool! I guess. You're judging him by his looks. You have to look at his actions, at his life. I'm being lectured on life by a grade schooler. You like him too, don't you? Oh, me? Yeah, I love the Steel Samurai. So tell me, what's your favorite thing about the Steel Sam? Tell me what your favorite thing about the Steel Samurai is. His fighting skills. Gotta think of something. I like it when he vanquishes his foes. Yeah, Wazam! The Steel Samurai always wins, always. Check this out, it's my fan album. What the? It's all pictures of the Steel Samurai. I go to every live performance. The stupid publicity stunts where they beat each other up in public. I always take a picture when the Steel Samurai lands the final blow. With Sam! I got them all. I never missed one. A perfect collection. Check it out, my new digital camera. Wow, that's very impressive. The newest model, isn't it? You bet, lady. I just got it for my birthday. My album has a name. Want to hear it? The Steel Samurai, Path to Glory. The Steel Samurai always wins. Always! Hey, if you want this, you can have it, lady. Really? Are you sure? Yeah, I took these with the digital camera. I got all the data at home, so I can always make another one. Well, then I'm happy to accept. Thank you. What's with people always giving stuff to Mia? What a life. You were here on the day of the incident, right? Yeah. Did you see anything unusual? Hold on, I got a message. Okay. Cody, he needs to know because he's fighting for justice. Isn't that the Steel Samurai's motto? For great justice? You have to help us fight for great justice too. I saw everything. Well, we might get some useful information out of him yet. Cody, I need to ask you something very important. What did you see on the day of the incident? I got here that day around 2 o'clock. I had to come in through the woods out back so that old lady wouldn't see me. I got kind of lost, though. I was in there for maybe a half hour or so. Then I finally got to the studio. After that... What is it, Cody? The Steel Samurai killed the bad guy. He used a samurai spear, just like always. One shot, one kill. Happened so fast, I got scared. I went home after that. I see. Must have been hard for you. Man, you say those nice things, but it's so obvious you aren't speaking from the heart. Right. Mia? Yes? I think we can say for sure this means the Steel Samurai did it. True enough. And the director has an alibi, so it wasn't him. Indeed. So the only person left who it could have been is Will Powers. I have to admit, it's kind of a shock. But if you put this boy in the witness stand, your client will be guilty for sure. Let's not call him then. I think that would be wise. Best to leave this one alone.
Not so fast, pal. I heard everything. This boy here's a key witness, and he's under police protection starting now. Come on, son. You got a rendezvous with me down at the precinct.
No, I ain't going!
Ah!
That didn't go so well. We're back to 0 leads. And now we have a serious handicap in court. What are we gonna do, Mia? Well, I really need to be going. Don't worry, Phoenix. I'm sure you'll be fine. But whoa! Come to the trial tomorrow, please. I need you there. Phoenix, can I ask you something? Do you really believe that Mr. Powers is innocent? I don't know. I never expected things to go this badly for Powers' case. I'm not sure we can win this one. Phoenix, if you don't believe him, who will? Oh, she's mad. Oh well, I'll see you in court tomorrow then. Great, thanks, Mia. See you soon. Do 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 do. Okay, day 3, the trial.
Mr. Wright?
Yes?
Why do you look so unhappy?
Nothing. Really, it's nothing. Right, Mia? Oh, she looks even unhappier. Phoenix, your client is now practically a dead man walking. Perhaps that's why I feel particularly close to him. This is no time for dead people jokes, please. You know we're going into this trial utterly defenseless. Yet if Mr. Powers is truly innocent, we should be able to find something overlooked in the evidence to prove it. Something overlooked? We have to find something, Phoenix. Today. It's that or lose the trial. This isn't going to be easy.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please.
An unexpected fact has come to the attention of this court. Yesterday we learned that there were other people present at the studios. Today I would like to show evidence proving they had nothing to do with the murder.
Very well. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth.
I wonder if it'll be that producer.
The prosecution calls Mr. Salmonella to the stand. Or that director. Will the witness state his name and profession?
How rude can you get? You don't know me. I'm the director. I make the Steel Samurai, noob. ROFL. Salmonella, I'm a director. Television.
Were you at Global Studios on the day of the murder?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very well. Please testify to the court about the events of that day.
Phoenix, let's start by picking this testimony apart. If Powers is innocent, you know what that means. Someone in the trailer on that day did it. Right. She doesn't waste any time putting on the pressure. Oh. I was at the studios from around 9 that morning. During the morning, I was doing an action scene run-through, and it took a lot more time than I thought it would. I hear that everyone else ate lunch in the employee area. I had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. We were in the meeting until around 4. During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. That's about it.
The time of Mr. Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. And according to your testimony, you were in a meeting at that time.
Excuse me.
Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. I was at the studios from around 9 that morning. During the morning, I was doing an action scene run-through. It took a lot more time than I thought it would. I hear that everyone ate lunch in the Oh, right. Better press this. Is that when you always come to work, 9 o'clock? Oh, no, I come in all sorts of hours. It's the industry way. Yeah, I know all about the freaks in your industry. Still, FWIW, I was pretty busy all that day, frowny face. Tell us more about that. During the morning, I was doing an action scene run-through, and it took a lot more time than I thought it would. I hear that everyone else ate lunch in the employee area. But I had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. Wait, back. I keep forgetting. Let's see. During the morning, I was doing an action scene run-through. In the employee area? That's right. It was a fight scene between the Steel Samurai and the Evil Magistrate. Was anyone else at the run-through? Oh yeah, that security lady was sitting there watching the whole thing. LOL. She was cheering on Hammer, if you can believe it. She certainly has the lungs for it. Anyone else? Nope, just us 4. Took a lot more time than I thought it would. Welcome, Reeve. Why did it go on so long? I'm pretty sure you've already heard about this, but WP twisted his ankle during the run-through, see? Oh, right, thus the limp. Which, of course, led to me missing my lunch, ROFS. ROFS, rolling on the floor, starving? I hear that everyone else ate lunch in the employee area. What exactly did they have for lunch? T-bone steak, the assistant cooked some up. Come to think of it, there was a plate with some bones on it on the employee area. Everyone else, meaning the witness, did not eat with them. But I had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. So, in the end, you didn't get to eat? Yeah, no steak at least. Can you believe it? It must have been tough. Phoenix. Yeah? Doesn't something about that seem odd to you? Yeah, it does seem odd now that you mention it. Mr. Manila! What did you want? When I went to Studio 2, I saw something on the table there. There were 2 plates, the same kind of plates as the ones in the employee area. Who ate lunch there? No, good call. I was embarrassed, so I didn't mention it. But I did eat, after all. A T-bone steak, you mean? Yeah, well, I mean, the assistant went through all that trouble. I brought it to the trailer thinking I could eat it later. Clearly a man who likes to eat. I suspected as much. So when exactly did you eat it? We took one break during that meeting. I wolfed it down then. A mental image I will carry with me to my grave. Wait a second. If they took a break in that meeting, that contradicts his testimony. I'll press on that one a bit more. Okay, during the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. You didn't take a single break. Yeah, not a one. What's he sweating so much about, I wonder? If only I had an idea. Wait a second. Maybe I do have an idea. Wait a second. Mr. Manelli, you've just contradicted yourself. Didn't you just tell the court that you ate that T-bone steak during a break? Oops, ROFL. Well,
Mr. Manello, what's this about?
Yeah, I guess we did take a little break. Phoenix, great job. If they took a break, one of them could have gone to the studio during that time. Your Honor, I call on the witness to testify to the court about this break.
Very well. Mr. Manello, your testimony, please.
Uh-oh. Edgeworth is laughing. Yeah, FWIW, we took a break, ROFL. But it was only 15 minutes. 15? That's only 13 in base 12. Not enough time for someone to say, commit murder in Studio 1, LOL. That's only just enough time to eat a T-bone steak, if you ask me.
I don't think it would even be enough time for that, but that's just me. Very well, you may begin the cross-examination.
Yeah, FWIW, we took a break, ROFL. What time exactly did you take this break? I'd say it was from around 2:30 or so until 2:45. 2:30? That's the time of death. So he could have gone to Studio 1, killed Hammer, and come back. I guess it's possible time-wise. But it was only 15 minutes. 15? That's only 13 in base 12. What were you doing for those 15 minutes? Eating my T-bone steak? What else? There were 2 plates on that table. Oh, right. The other one was D. Vasquez's plate. D. Vasquez, the producer. To eat a T-bone steak in 15 minutes. That's quite a feat. Not enough time for someone to say commit murder in Studio 1, LOL. Why is that?
Objection!
Haven't we had enough of this pointless line of questioning? Your Honor, the testimony to this point has made one certain fact painfully clear. The people in the trailer had nothing to do with this murder. It was impossible for any of them to go to Studio 1. What? Something wrong, Mr. Wright? Surely you aren't suggesting one of the people in the trailer went to Studio 1.
Well, Mr. Wright?
Phoenix, this is critical. Think about it before you give your answer.
Do you claim someone from the trailer went to Studio 1?
I claim it, and I claim it loud. If I agree to let everyone in this trailer off the hook, then this trial is over. Mr. Powers will be found guilty for sure. The victim was murdered at 2:30, the exact time of the break in the meeting. With 15 minutes, murder is certainly a possibility.
I suppose you might say that.
All right, I've got the judge thinking now. Never a dull moment with you, Mr. Wright. What's your point, Edgeworth? You've been doing your homework, haven't you? Look at the court record. The court record? Surely you knew that from 2:15 to 4 o'clock the path between the studios was blocked? Mrs. Monkey's head had fallen across the path. Whoa, you're right! True, the break in the trailer meeting came right at the time of death. However, the path from there to the scene of the crime was blocked. The fallen Mrs. Monkeyhead barred the way. It's actually Mr. Monkey, but Edgeworth has a point. And somehow I feel no desire to correct him.
No counter-argument, Mr. Wright? And I'm afraid you'll lose this round.
I believe we've seen enough evidence. I would like to relieve Mr. Manella from the stand. But what? It's over?
Very well, the court's opinion on this case is as follows. We have found that there were several other people in Studio 2 on the day of the murder. However, it is also clear that none of these people could have gone to Studio 1. They therefore have no relation to this case. Furthermore, with regards to the photo of the Steel Samurai, given the size of the costume, no one other than Mr. Powers could have worn it that day. All that is lacking decisive evidence that he is the one who did it. If we had that, I'm afraid we would have to find Mr. Powers guilty.
Your Honor, the prosecution is pleased to announce that we indeed have decisive evidence. A witness.
Who is this witness, Mr. Edgeworth?
My witness saw the very moment when the steel Let me hydrate real quick because I'm getting my Murdzwixt a little bit more often than I like, and perhaps some water will help with that. Okay. Let's continue. My witness saw the very moment when the Steel Samurai skewered the victim.
Order! I will have order! I see. The court will take a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear your witness. Court is adjourned for recess. Recess.
What do we do now, Mia? If everyone in that trailer has an alibi... I'm sorry, Phoenix. I guess it was wrong. Mia? Don't tell me you're giving up. If you give up, what hope do I have? Don't get me wrong. I've never given up on a trial before, not while there was a chance. Only one thing became clear in your cross-examination. The people in the trailer could not have gone to Studio 1. I thought there was more to it than that, but I was wrong. That's all there is.
What's going to happen to me? It kind of seems like everyone in that courtroom thinks I did it. They think I'm a murderer.
Don't worry, Mr. Powers. If you're innocent, we'll prove it. I guarantee it. Leave it to us, and be yourself. Be strong. You are the Steel Samurai. You're with children everywhere, after all.
Thanks.
Okay, Phoenix. This one's for the kids. Let's do it.
Court is back in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers.
The prosecution has a concern. As our witness is a grade schooler of tender years and this is a murder case, we worry that the defense might cause unnecessary trauma with this cruel questioning. Nice to see Edgeworth taking the moral high ground. However, we have no choice. The prosecution calls Cody Hackins to the stand. Your Honor, perhaps you could arrange a box for him to stand on.
Oh, right. Guard, please bring him a box. Well, one of those donut crates should do.
Will the witness state his name and grade in school?
Witness!
What? Just because you're all grown up don't mean you can push me around! Cody? Answer his question, okay? Hey, it's you, the nice lady! I'm Cody Hackins. I'm in 2nd grade. I get the feeling this is going to be a long, long day.
Mr. Edgeworth, please remember that you're speaking to a child. Try to be gentle.
Witness? Cody? He's having trouble with this gentle thing. You were present, you were at Global Studios on the day of the, incident? You got a problem with that? Please tell us what you saw that day. What, Pops? You want me to tell you and Gramps with the beard over there? Just Mr. Edgeworth will be fine.
I prefer bearded gentlemen myself.
A very long day.
Incidentally, photographic equipment is strictly forbidden in this courtroom.
My apologies, Your Honor. He said he wouldn't testify if he couldn't bring it. I'd like special permission if that's possible. Wait, so you're saying you had to bargain terms with a kid, and you lost? Hey, I just got this new camera. Don't really know how to use it all that good yet, but I bring it with me wherever I go. Phoenix, I wonder if he had that camera on the day of the murder. You better make a note of it in the court record.
Very well, Cody. Please testify to the court about what you saw the day of the incident.
I wanted to see a Steel Samurai rehearsal just once. I found a map on the internet and went to the studios that day. I went through the woods off the path so that old lady wouldn't catch me. I was going for the studio. I got kinda lost in the way, though, for about 30 minutes. When I came out by the studio, there was a Steel Samurai. It totally rocked. Right before my eyes, out came the bad guy. Of course, the Steel Samurai took him down. Pow! If I had my camera with me, that would have been the time for a shot, I tell you. Anyway, I couldn't get into the studio, so I went home.
Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. But be gentle. Remember, you're talking to a child.
This kid is tougher than most adults we see in here, honestly. I wanted to see a Steel Samurai rehearsal just once. Something doesn't seem right. Hold on. Time of death. Let's see. Guide map to Global Studios. Okay, never mind there. Alright, I guess we'll press. Wait, no, I said we'll press. I wanted to see a Steel Samurai rehearsal just once. You really like the Steel Samurai, huh? Of course I do. I've taped every show. And I go to all the live performances. That's impressive. Have you been to the amusement park? Of course, duh. My dad always takes me. Poor dad. I found a map on the internet and went to the studios that day. Give me a second. I've got to see if there's a way to... Nope, I cannot adjust the controls. Darn it. Oh, back up. Was that day the first time you'd been to the studio? Actually, I've been a couple times. I never managed to get there on a rehearsal day. And that security lady always yelling. Right. Please continue. Chill, Pops. I'm getting to it. How am I supposed to talk with you cutting me off all the time? Jeez! I went through the woods, off the path so that old lady wouldn't catch me. Off the path? Yeah, you know how the studios are in a valley there? If you go off the path a little, there's woods. That's where I was. I see. Anyhow, I was going for the studio. Did nothing unusual happen on your way to the studio? Unusual? Did you see this monkey by any chance? Oh, you mean Mr. Monkey? Yeah, I saw him, but his head wasn't busted. So you went straight to the studio. I got kinda lost on the way, though, for about 30 minutes. You got lost in the woods? Yeah, I couldn't figure out which way I was walking. Man, was I relieved when I saw the blue studio doors. But guess what happened next? When I came out by the studio, there was a Steel Samurai. A Steel Samurai? Yeah, he was standing by the studio gate. It looked like he was thinking about something before going in. Then he opened up the gate and went inside. I see. What then? It totally rocked. Right before my eyes, out came the bad guy. What sort of bad guy was it? A guy? A person? Kinda tall? Skinny? Are you sure it was a guy? I don't know. He was kinda far away. Huh. He's being awfully vague. Of course, the Steel Samurai took him down. Pow! What happened to the bad guy? Huh? Well, he kinda didn't move. Not a bit. Like he was dead. I guess he's a real pro. What a great actor. Yes, I suppose he was. I had my camera with me. That would have been the time for a shot, I tell you. If you had your camera? You mean you weren't carrying your camera then? No, I wasn't. It's not like I have it all the time. Really? I guess seeing the killing freaked him out and he went home. Phoenix, remember he's a child. Use gentle words, but be firm. Easy for you to say. Okay. Cody always carries the digital camera, so that's got to be the contradiction. Cody, what you just said, well, seems a little strange. Didn't you say before that you always bring your digital camera wherever you go? You were quite clear about that. Huh? Cody, you shouldn't lie here. You understand that, right?
Mr. Wright, a word with you.
Oh, was I put on the pressure on too much?
What is this digital camera contraption you're talking about?
It's, a digital camera, Your Honor. It's kind of a new sort of camera. How do I explain that?
I see.
Anyway, Cody, I can't believe you wouldn't bring your camera on a trip to the studios. You did bring it, didn't you? Mr. Wright? How cruel you are to terrorize a poor child so. I don't care if he's a child or a prosecuting attorney. No one should lie in court. What do you mean, or a prosecuting attorney? Well, Cody? What? Yeah, so I have my camera, so what? You got a problem with that?
So you did have a camera. And did you use this camera?
Why would I use it? I was too busy watching.
Very well. Please testify to the court about what you were so busy watching.
Yeah, I had my camera with me, but I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off it. The Steel Samurai, he goes for the bad guy, wham! And then the bad guy stopped moving. He's so strong. The Steel Samurai rules.
Is that all? Well, that was brief. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
Yeah, I had my camera with me. Oh, back up. Right. So why didn't you use it? He's getting to that. Relax and listen. I didn't use it because I was too busy watching the real thing. I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off it. So you were watching the Steel Samurai. Did you watch the whole fight? Yeah, of course. You didn't turn away, not even once. No. Okay, then tell us exactly what happened. Yeah, I'm getting to that. The Steel Samurai, he goes for the bad guy. Wham! So the bad guy attacked him first. Yeah! What sort of person was this bad guy? I told you, a person. He was a person. How was he dressed? kinda don't remember. I was too busy watching the Steel Samurai.
I see. And what happened next?
Then the bad guy stopped moving.
Why?
Huh? What do you mean, why?
Why wasn't the bad guy moving?
Well, because the Steel Samurai brought him to justice.
And how exactly did he do that?
How did he do it? With a samurai kick and a samurai punch. Samurai chop, samurai slap. Something like that.
He's still being vague about this.
What? Don't give me that look, Pops.
How should I play this? Cody,
But what?
something's bothering me. Before you said that you couldn't take your eyes off the action.
Yeah, so what?
Yet you missed the most important part. What is the meaning of this? The witness has stated what he saw quite clearly. You know as well as I do that he's being vague. Tell me, what kind of murderer uses a samurai slap? My point is this. Cody, you may have seen some of the Steel Samurai's fight, but you missed the most important part, the killing blow.
Order! Order! Mr. Wright? How could this be? Can you explain how he might have missed something so vital?
That's the thing.
Phoenix, I believe you're on the right track with this. Think, why didn't Cody see the climax of the fight? I know you. You can figure this out.
Mr. Wright, your answer. We have ascertained that this young boy is a great fan of the Steel Samurai. Why wouldn't he watch the climax of the fight?
Your Honor, I have evidence.
Evidence?
Yes, Your Honor. Why did Cody look away from the fight? He's still learning how to use his camera. Here's my proof.
What's that, the camera?
The witness stated that he recently received this camera.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
He wasn't entirely familiar with its operation.
I'm aware of that too. Ah!
Correct. Why would Cody be looking somewhere else at the critical moment? Because he was looking at his camera. He was trying to take a picture.
Hey!
Bullseye.
But what's your problem, Pops? You got a thing for picking on little kids?
Pressing, not picking. Good job, Phoenix. Cody was lying, clearly. Smart of you to realize there was no way he could just stand there watching his hero and not take a picture. Right. Cody, there was only one reason why you would have looked away from the fight, and that was because you wanted to take a picture. But having just received your camera, you weren't used to using it yet. So you missed the climax of the fight, correct?
Yeah.
Well, Phoenix, I'll bet you anything he's hiding more than that. Have him testify again. Right. Mia means business.
Excuse me.
Your Honor, the defense would like to request that Cody Hackins testify once more.
Very well. Cody, could you please tell us about your camera? And about why you didn't take a picture of the fight?
Welcome to the real world, kid.
Yeah, you're right, Pops. The Steel Samurai had just escaped from the clutches of the villain, so I held up my camera to take a picture. But the lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. That's all that happened. Yep.
Anything strange in that testimony, Mr. Wright?
I'm not sure, but I'd like to proceed with the cross-examination anyway.
Yeah, you're right, Pops.
Pops?
Yeah, I called you Pops, you spiky-haired geezer. Geezer? I'm Mr. Edgeworth.
And I guess I'm the bearded gentleman.
That's what I hate about grown-ups. You're also self-conscious.
Okay, off with the kid gloves. Testify, witness, testify. Yipes! Steel Samurai had just escaped from the clutches of the villain. So you did see the beginning of the fight. Yeah. Did you notice anything unusual? I guess the Steel Samurai was moving a little strange. Moving strangely? So I held up my camera to take a picture. Why couldn't you take a picture? My new camera has too many buttons. I couldn't figure it out. I tried to take a picture. Really, I tried. But the lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. When the lens opened, what did you see? Wrong button. Well, a person on the ground and the Steel Samurai. That's all that happened. Yep. That's all? Yeah, I told you, I didn't take a picture. I would have once I got that lens open. Did he really not take a picture? Not even one? No, he definitely would have taken a picture. There's gotta be something here I can use. Cody? Listen up, Cody Hackins. I know exactly what happened that day. You took a picture. Hey! Bullseye? How did you know? I see through all your lies, Cody Hackins. It's one of my powers. But, wow. This feels great. Yeah, I took a picture.
Perhaps you can change your testimony to reflect this, Cody?
I took a few shots, but it was too late, so I erased them.
Cody? But what? Man, every time you say Cody, you follow it with something bad. I just wanted to thank you for giving me this the other day. Huh? Right. What was it you told me then? I go to every live performance. I always take a picture when the Steel Samurai lands a final blow with Zam. I got them all. I never missed one. A perfect collection. Cody, did you really get a picture of the Steel Samurai standing victorious over his foe? If you did, I find it hard to believe that you would just erase it. Wouldn't you keep it for your album? Ah!
Mr. Wright, what exactly is this album?
It's called Path to Glory. It's a collection of pictures of the Steel Samurai, all taken by Cody Hackins. He claims it's a perfect collection of every battle the Steel Samurai has won.
I see.
Don't you find this very odd, Your Honor? Among all his pictures of the Steel Samurai, none were taken that day.
Order! Mr. Wright, have you an explanation? If the Steel Samurai had just defeated his adversary, I certainly would expect to see a picture of it in this album.
Exactly my point, Your Honor. No, wait, no way! Phoenix? I think we finally discovered the truth. And what a truth it is. Mia, are we sure about this? That he actually... Yes, I'm pretty sure what you're thinking is right. Tell them, Phoenix. Tell them what the truth is.
Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what is going on here. Why was there no picture in the album from the day of the murder? Why would the boy have erased the photos he took?
I can think of only one reason, Your Honor. The Steel Samurai didn't win. That's why Cody deleted those photos.
You mean the Steel Samurai lost?
Well, Cody, I'm right, aren't I? Tell the truth. The bad guy defeated the Steel Samurai. No, wait, no! It's impossible. The Steel Samurai never loses. He never loses to anyone, ever! Your Honor? The witness has revealed everything with his words. There was a reason why he lied and told us he didn't take a picture. The same reason he erased his precious photos. For Cody, it was inconceivable that the Steel Samurai could be defeated. However, Cody witnessed the impossible. He saw the Steel Samurai lose. Yet to admit what he saw would destroy everything he believed in. That is why he lied and said the Steel Samurai won. He couldn't handle the truth.
Order! I will have order.
Hey, welcome back, Kishu.
Witness, I mean Cody, is this true? What did you see? Tell the court what you saw.
Cody, that day you saw the Steel Samurai lose a fight. PokeGamer69, hello. Welcome to the stream. Nice of you to join. And welcome back, Jobin. Oh, perfect, because I'm actually going to be wrapping this up pretty soon, because I cannot handle another day of investigation and another trial after this. So. That day, you saw the Steel Samurai lose a fight, right? And thank you for the follow, PokeGamer. I appreciate it. Okay. You're right. The Steel Samurai fell down. Then he didn't move.
Order!
What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? The Steel Samurai was the murderer, not the victim. Yet, according to your witness's testimony, the Steel Samurai was the one who fell.
Mr. Wright, what's going on?
Apparently, we've all made a serious error. An error? What's this all about? If you really understand what's happened, it's quite simple. At the end of the fight, the Steel Samurai fell to the ground and lay still. In other words, the Steel Samurai was not the killer, he was the victim. Don't you see? Jack Hammer was the Steel Samurai. And that would explain the picture because he was the only one that knew about the injury.
Order! So the Steel Samurai in this photograph, you're saying the man in this costume is...
Thank you for the 25 bits, Kishu, and more fitting time, there is not.
You're saying the man in...
forgot who was speaking as at the moment.
You're saying the man in this costume is the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer.
That's what I'm saying, Your Honor. Jack Hammer was present at the action scene run-through that morning. Thus, he obviously knew about Will Powers' foot injury.
But wait! Hadn't Mr. Hammer gone to Studio One already?
That's what everyone thought. But remember what Miss Oldbag said in her testimony?
On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Did I see poor old Hammer? Nope. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station.
Mr. Jack Hammer left the employee area after lunch. However, no one saw him going to Studio One, nor was there a picture of him. He waited for Mr. Powers to take a nap in his dressing room. Then he snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. Yeah, that's something you guys really should have picked up on sooner, honestly, because if there were only two pictures, and the first picture was of Cody Hackins, and the second picture of the Steel Samurai, and the victim... Perfect! And the second picture was of the Steel Samurai. How did the victim get to the crime scene? It's one of those things that, you know, when you logically think about it, it makes sense to go down that path of inquiry, but I guess they didn't think about it logically.
But why would the victim do such a thing?
I don't know. I get it. I thought that the Steel Samurai was moving strange, so it was a different person inside the suit. Pops? Me? What? Actually, there was one piece of data I saved. Data? Yeah, a photo on my digital camera. What? Perfect. Nice, Reeve. Thank you. Show us, quick. No way, man. Not if you're gonna look at me like that.
Now,
Here, this is it.
well, looking at this, it's still a little hard to say. I'm afraid that it could be anyone in that costume. Your opinion, Mr. Wright?
I agree, Your Honor. This isn't decisive evidence.
I'm sorry, this doesn't look like it's the proof we need. I'll give it back.
Wait, Phoenix. Mia, what? Look at that photo once more. That's it, Phoenix. That photo is all the evidence you need to win this trial. But what? Your Honor? May I see that photo once more, please?
Certainly, I don't see why not.
Phoenix, show him. There's a glaring, decisive inconsistency with the facts as we know them in that photo. Find the inconsistency of the photo. Your Honor, look at this.
I see a gate?
Might I draw your attention to the number on that gate? The number?
I mean, the number? Yes. Well, it's hard to see, but it looks like a 2.
Clearly not a 1, Your Honor, correct?
Ah!
I believe Mr. Edgeworth sees what I'm getting at.
But, that's impossible! Yeah, what's all this about? Please explain so that I might be shocked along with the rest of the court.
I'll use a studio guide map. The body was found here in Studio 1. However, what do we see in this photo taken at the time of the murder? It does not say 1 on that gate in the photo. Your Honor, here is the true scene of the crime. Here, at Studio 2.
I see. That would explain the 2 on the gate in the photo.
Your Honor, I find it very significant that the murder took place in Studio 2. The path to the trailer was blocked.
So we've heard.
The path was blocked at 2:15. In other words, the victim went to Studio 2 before that time.
Yes, I suppose that would be the case.
Remember Mr. Salmonella's testimony? Allow me to remind the court. He said no one in the trailer was guilty because they could not have gone to Studio 1. Yet in actuality, the reverse was true. Only someone in the trailer could have committed this murder. They were the only ones with the access to the scene of the crime, Studio 2. I mean, we got Salmonella, we've got Cody Hackins, Will Powers. Jack Hammer was the victim. Wendy Oldbag was one of the witnesses. Now, on that day, a meeting was held in that very trailer. There was a break in the meeting corresponding to the time of death. During that break, Mr. Salmonella and Miss D. Vasquez were outside eating steak. They were at the scene of the crime.
Order!
The defense makes the following claims. The scene of the crime was Studio 2. The person that the security guard Miss Oldbag saw was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer. Mr. Hammer, for some reason, stole a Steel Samurai costume. Then he went to Studio 2. This is madness! Jack Hammer's the victim! The victim! Why would he steal a Steel Samurai costume? Are you suggesting he did so to cover up the details of his own murder? This is Sparta. Yes, thank you, Calvin. No, of course not. Or do you have proof? Give me proof that the victim, Jack Hammer, stole the costume. I have proof. I have proof. You do?
You do, Mr. Wright.
Now that they're so surprised, suddenly I'm much less confident. I think I'm right, though. Here's my proof that Jack Hammer stole the costume. The sleeping pill bottle. Found on the table. I have proof. I don't know what it is, but I have it. Bluffing. That's what it is, bluffing. This is it.
An empty medicine bottle?
I found this on the table in the employee area. The same table where Mr. Hammer and Mr. Powers ate. The label reads sleeping pills.
Sleeping pills?
The defendant, Mr. Powers, spent that entire afternoon sleeping. He was drugged by Mr. Hammer.
Wait a moment. That bottle does raise some suspicions, yes. But there's no proof that Mr. Hammer used it.
Your Honor, I have an idea. Test Powers' blood?
An idea? Continue.
Run a test of Powers' blood. You should find traces of the sleeping pills. This much time after the day of the murder, even if there were traces, it still proves nothing. No blood test could tell that Hammer was the one who drugged him, Mr. Wright. He's right. Darn. That didn't work. Time to try another idea. Your Honor, I have an idea. Fingerprint the bottle.
An idea? Very well, let's hear it.
I want to check this bottle for fingerprints. If my claim is true, Mr. Hammer's fingerprints should show up on this bottle. You don't like being on Edgeworth's side?
I suppose you're right. Very well. The court will take possession of the bottle.
Well, of course I'm right. With a W, and with an R.
The court will suspend proceedings of the current trial for today. Cody Hacken's testimony has revealed new possibilities in this case. In fact, things may have happened very differently than we previously thought. The Steel Samurai seen by Miss Oldbag may have been the victim of Jack Hammer. The scene of the crime was not Studio 1, but Studio 2.
Thank you for the honk.
And those in the trailer did have time to commit the murder. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor?
Your homework is to find the answer to the following questions. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? Also, who killed him and why? Find the answers for me by tomorrow.
That's a lot of homework.
Mr. Edgeworth? You'll need to reconsider your stance in this case. Above all, you'll need to reconsider your suspicion of Mr. Will Powers.
As you say, Your Honor.
This trial will be extended until tomorrow. This is the last extension. Very well. Court is adjourned.
All right, let's see. October 9th, right. Phew. That was a close one. We were saved by a hair, but that's all that counts. I thought seriously about going home 3 times during the trial. Me too.
Really? You both seem so confident.
Maybe I should take up a career in acting. I was ready to pronounce you dead about 3 times back there. Me too.
Dead?
Of course, we're kidding. And thank you for the honks and the yosh, all of you.
Are you sure?
I wasn't kidding. I wasn't kidding. Now, Mr. Powers, we have to go make our final investigation. But I promise you we'll find the true killer by tomorrow's trial.
Right, thanks.
Okay, saving progress. Alright. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up for tonight. Keisha, you said you had a raid that you wanted to suggest.
Goodbye.
Man, what a bunch of jokers.
Yes, as a matter of fact, I do remember Hordo from our Pathfinder campaign. Is he still on? Full shot 2600, right? Okay, then let's go ahead and rate him. Give me just a moment and I will copy and paste that, and we will get ourselves rating. Oh, that makes things so much easier. Okay, let us begin the raid. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I'll be back tomorrow to finish this episode, and we will be gone in 3, 2, 1.